Yeah, Titus
Well,
was
you
our
hadn't.
previous scribe. So do you want to give us a recap of last time, Titus?
Yeah. The tribe decided to take a couple of days rest at the giant camp. Most of the tribe take care of some of their own odds and ends before heading on a long journey. Uh, we discussed that approach, and the end of our day's rest was the race. Beryl transported us through a tree, and we get to the city pretty. We do a pretty good job of staying stealthy. We had a couple of close calls, I believe, but we do pretty well. After casing the gate we need to get through, we get approached by an old ugly dwarf that turns out to be a beautiful woman with a proposition for us to do a job with her crew, the Three Kings. And the tribe decides we will trust them, and we will let her go to speak to her crew. But before she takes off, Beryl manages to transform into a spider, sneak onto her, and goes with her to her crew's hideout to check them out. And then as we go to meet up with her again, Beryl shows up before all out of breath as a spider, and then transforms into herself and informs us of what had happened.
Oh,
I think,
do we lose
and then I think
Titus?
we went to the hideout. I think it's, yeah.
Did we go to the hideout?
I
No,
think we actually went to the hideout.
you were about to go, I think.
We just cut out. Yeah, we cut out. I'm not gonna lie. I just watched the stream and wrote all that up right before this, and I ran out of time at the last couple of minutes there.
Yeah, all I remember is that Beryl was leading the way because she knew the way. To the
Yeah,
hideout.
I think
Yeah,
you were
so-
about to go or you were on your way. I don't think you got there yet because I don't have.
I
Yeah.
forgot
the-
about that.
I
No,
don't
Yeah,
have
Beryl's
the-
intention-
total power
yeah.
move by Beryl.
Beryl's intention had been to just gather information to bring back to the tribe, but since the woman came back immediately to tell the tribe we could go with her, Beryl was just like, "Follow me, I know the way."
Yeah, it was a power
Subtle.
move.
Yeah.
But the other
100%.
thing,
Flex.
Sorry,
Beryl
I had to,
flexes.
I just finished listening to that as far as I could before I had to hop right on here.
Oh, you're fine. I've
done
done
this
this.
Great. You did great. You did great.
the
I just
other
I just
thing
enjoy Beryl's flex. So
was a bit of a flex. It was a power move. But yeah, the other thing that happened was
That
a
was beautiful.
dwarf was kind of captured by a bunch of giants, which Anna Kate was kind of
yeah.
investigating. And you're not sure why they were captured or what was going on because Anna Kate didn't get involved. But I think Anna Kate got the sense that a bunch of the deep dwarves were not very happy as the giants were kind of bullying them and being a bit fascist in their partnership. So yeah, that's the only thing that
How about
happened.
rebellion? Rebellion!
Yeah, and there was
unrest.
talk of rebellion. Let me just check my notes. I think you got everything else. Yeah. So.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to condense it on that.
No,
so I
it's
can
fine.
get it done.
It's fine. I just wanted to bring it up to make sure everyone was still aware of that aspect of the dynamics of the politics down here. So it is the 41st of summer at 11 a.m. when our story continues. The group is on their. Sorry, what?
No, I was just making dun 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 sounds.
Dun
Sorry.
dun dun. No, it's fine. The group is following Beryl and a bit of a confused Diddy down to the hideout because apparently Beryl knows where it is. And let me get her picture back up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
I think you should change the picture a little bit every time.
to represent her shapeshifting. Perhaps. So you head down below.
I don't know. Some of us are quite fond of this one.
I don't know.
Jeez.
Just change your eye color. I mean, and then just a subtle little lip change.
Titus, you need a drink? It seems like you're a bit thirsty over there. But anyway, you head down into the tunnels through some of the old abandoned sewer areas of the old city, and you come into a lit up area, sort of hidden off to the side by some looks like what's meant to look like caved in tunnels, possibly set up by these people themselves. Just have to get the party thing. When you get down into the area, you see two other individuals. One of them has a big smile on his face as he sees you all. He says, greetings, friends. My name is Randolph Kingsley, though my friends call me Rando. He says, it's good to meet all of you. Of course, you've met my associate Valerie here, and this quiet one over at the desk working on a project. It's named Vekamora, but we call her Gears. He says, and what about all of you? I've heard you are the tribe, who I am familiar with, but I don't think I've met any of you individually.
We are, well, I am Vladimir Blago. You can just call me Vlad. I like the arrangement of the very, very heisty, using the sewers and the old thing. It's very nice.
Says, oh, well, thank you. We're doing our best, and I hoping this heist we're setting up is a success, but we're still in the early stages. As I said, I've heard of you all, or at least I've heard of some of your deeds, especially what happened in Issyk, and during that whole attack on Shar thing. He says, it's good to put some faces to the names. He says, so I hear you need to get through the city into the actual chapel area.
If it wouldn't be too much trouble, that would be very handy. I know that you would probably want us to use what us getting there would do for you, but I would like to coordinate that somehow.
As well, there are a couple of things we could use a hand with. This heist is proving to be more complicated than I thought it would be. Now, I don't necessarily need you to help us with the heist itself, but if you could help us with a couple of preparation items, I would consider the debt paid, and I could show you into, or at least help you get into the area that you need to get to.
Well, perhaps you should show us what you're meeting, and then we will discuss it. Because I'm not sure how we wish to proceed from here. Other than it would be handy to have you be able to get this past the gate. But yes.
As well, the Molten Chapel, at least the inner area of it, is usually pretty populated with giants. I assume you've at least had some run-in with the fire giants being down here.
Yeah, some.
He says there's quite a large number in the Four Forges, and especially within the heart of the city in the Molten Chapel. That's kind of their base of power right now. But it's also the area where they keep all their treasure, which is what myself and my colleagues here are interested in. This is there's some information we need to gather from one of the noble families of the city. There is something that we need to steal to help us get through some of the locks within the actual chapel. And there is a decision we need to make on which guard that we're going to bribe and use as an inn. Or if not bribe, then possibly knock out. And again, use as an inn to get into the chapel. So these are still the major parts of the heist we need to plan and discuss. As you probably have imagined, or have you, as you have probably imagined, Diddy here is our information gatherer. Gears is sort of our magic and device specialist, and I'm kind of the brains and the talent behind it all.
Ah,
He says, so one of you has spoken quite a bit. He looks to Vlad. He says, did you tell him your name?
to me?
Yeah, have you said what your name is yet?
I did. Yeah.
He says, what about the rest of you? And he kind of looks to Beryl. What's your name? You're the Cobalt of the group, right?
This is Beryl.
This is Beryl. Well met. What part of the group are you? What do you do?
Beryl is sneaky.
Sneaky.
And
Well,
Beryl makes friends with many animals and becomes animals.
says, you must be the druid. I've heard of a very powerful druid traveling with the tribe. That must be you. And what have you found?
Beryl likes this one.
He smiles and gives you a pat on the head. And then he looks to Titus, maybe a little bit intimidated. He says, you look like maybe the muscle of the group.
I'm Titus Marcellus, and spot on. I'll probably be the one knocking the giant out.
Says, I bet. You look almost as big as a giant in all that armor and that very intimidating helmet. He says, I'm guessing you know how to use that pole arm as well.
I'm decent with it, but guys, you notice the helmet.
He sort of...
I'm elbowing Vlad as I say that.
You're what?
But no, I'm decent with I say that out loud that he noticed that as I elbow Vlad.
It's quite noticeable,
smiling
he says. It's
and jovial.
like I said, it's very intimidating.
But no, yeah, I'm
How
good in
tall
a
is
fight.
Titus
Not much
again?
else. Actually, not that. He's only 6 foot.
Oh, okay. So,
He's
A
just
little bit-
wide.
yeah,
I'm actually taller than you.
wide and armored, whereas Vlad is kind of tall and lanky, maybe.
Yeah.
Kinda skinny.
Well, I mean,
So he looks past you to Throthi, and he says, Shadow Elf. I didn't hear of a Shadow Elf being part of the tribe.
I'm a new one to the party. My name is Thorothi. I've only just joined them recently.
I see. And judging by the robes, I'm guessing some sort of magic user?
Thorothi would just kind of flick his hand and go, correct, sorcerer.
I see. Well, it's good to meet you, Thorothi. And he looks to Zalafe. He says, I must confess, I'm not sure what you are.
I get that a lot. Zalafe.
Zalafe.
Runesmith, Physiker.
Says, well, now you have armor on, right?
Yes, I have like a robe. I look like a robe. Look scholarly. I got glasses, but I also do have a breastplate over it.
He says, I must admit your vestments and your armor give off different vibes. Are you like our friend Gears here? Possibly some sort of artillerist magic user?
Perhaps in some ways, utilize the primal forces of primal runes to create effects, magic items, elixirs.
Without looking up, Gears would say he's like me, but he's an alchemist specialist, I believe. And he says, "Oh, didn't know there was such a thing. I thought, didn't think there were that many types of artificers." And she says, "There are actually a good amount. Some say that the rune masters may actually have been more artificer than wizard." He says, "I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll take your word for it." Anyway, welcome all. Welcome to our lair. I can imagine you have had a bit of a tough time in the city, so our home is your home. Feel free to relax here a bit, even if you don't intend to stay. I was just going over some of the intel that Diddy had brought me from her last excursion up to the surface, or at least up to the caves. He says, "I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about us as well."
Oh, yes. Do you happen to have the eye?
He says, "You've heard of our work." I do.
Yes.
I do, yes.
There was number one reason that we were having problems getting into the city in the first place, actually.
He says, "My apologies. Yes, I should have guessed that our little theft might cause some anger among the giants. I hope it wasn't too much of a problem."
No, but I do know the giants seem to be really striking down on the dwarves, and that could be potentially a bit of a problem for the city over time. I don't know if they. A rebellion takes too long to set up, though. So.
He says, "Yeah, I somewhat, maybe to some extent, feel the plight of the dwarves, but also they've sort of made this bed that they're sleeping in now by aligning with the giants in the first place. Plus, we are heisters, not revolutionaries." Says, "If I cared to dabble in politics, I would have stayed back in the capital of Tyvanus."
Mm.
So it is what it is. I plan to complete our crime here, then move on.
If nothing else, it could potentially be a avenue of distraction, an opportunity.
He says, "Perhaps. I hadn't really thought of it from that angle. Did you have something in mind?"
No, as I don't know what the plan is.
As well, as I said, the plan right now is sort of still in the information gathering phase, but our next step was going to be to steal a map from one of the noble families. However,
Was it the Editi? Was it the one you were trying to get us to go to?
Diddy smiles and she says it was.
That makes total sense. Yes, very good, very good.
She says, "I figure it maybe could have been a distraction if Grigaro Kesbin was speaking to you while we broke in." And Rando would say, "Diddy, come on. You're gonna get them killed by making them think that they were the ones who stole it." And she says, "They wouldn't have been killed. We couldn't have pinned it on them. But yes, we need to speak with Grigaro Kesbin. Or sorry, we were planning on stealing from Grigaro Kesbin. Though that's turning out to be a little bit more complicated than we thought. He has quite a good defensive setup. So that's our current conundrum that we're trying to work through. But yeah,
Defenses.
We don't know anything about them, so I don't know how we could help with that. But yes.
He says, "How could you help?" Well, I hadn't even thought of how I'd incorporate you into this plan. So then, you would be interested in helping us beyond just us getting you into the gate. Are you interested in the heist itself, or just getting to where you need to go?
Well, how about this? The more help we give you, the more invested we are. I.e., there might be things that we might want to ask for. So, how much do you want us to help you? Because we are going to help you because we wish to get to the gate, get through the gate. But how much do you want us invested?
He says, "Well, you certainly have a reputation of being a skilled group. A lot more skills beyond our just breaking and stealing skills. So, it could open new possibilities. Are any of you good at deception or politics, diplomacy?"
Deception. We have people who are good at lying, yes, but not necessarily good at politics.
He says, "Well, another option for getting what we want from our friend the Kesbin, Lord Kesbin, is maybe actually posing as some sort of traders and actually trading with him for the map we need rather than trying to break in and steal it, which would definitely be more risky and more difficult. Now, I'm worried that we'd be recognized, but possibly you all might not be as popular down here. Also, none of us are really good at that sort of thing. That's not one of our... I'm good at talking, not necessarily lying.
Ditty was very good with talking to us. If it weren't for the fact that we'd all, no offense, Ditty, we kind of knew what you were, but
throwing me under the bus here. Laughs.
But Ditty is very good. You did an excellent job of the drunkard Dwarven routine. It was very good. Very good.
Yeah, so good that you guys almost caught me, or did catch me.
Yeah, we had advantages. So,
What defenses does the noble have?
Says he has quite a few mercenaries. He has magic users who have scrying abilities, and just more than we'd be able to get through easily. I think, I think that trying to just trade for what we need would be easier.
Could we stick the giants on them? They're keen to rough up dwarves now.
This is,
There's some evidence for this eye.
You mean like get him in trouble with the giants and use that as a distraction to get what we want?
Yes.
yes.
It is possible, though the difficulty is that he is one of the noble families who keeps the dwarven population in check. So it would take a lot for the giants to turn on him.
As in,
How about the eye? Are you done with the eye?
Just some breadcrumbs.
He says, "What were you thinking?" Well, we do still need the eye, he says.
Well,
Darn.
without knowing what was with it when you stole it. Perhaps did it have a case? Is there anything you could perhaps leave that would lead somebody to the thief of the eye?
He thinks for a moment. He says, "Well, there was the case it was in. Yes, that could be some incriminating evidence. You think maybe hiding it somewhere on his property than trying to convince the giants to search for it?"
Perhaps. Don't have to go onto the property unless it's something that he definitely controls. Then lead them to it.
He says, "Well, if you have a plan that you think would work, then I'd be happy to lend you the case."
Is there a shipping service in the city?
A what?
Do people ship things between estates in the city?
I believe
there
I believe the dwarves do have delivery. What would it be called? I know that missives can be sent around the city. I haven't looked into how that would happen.
Like a courier service.
Yeah, like a courier, exactly.
Because if we just literally just package up this and send it to the noble with something appropriate in the case, just not of the thing, He may not even realize what he has on his hands until a giant shows up.
He looks to Diddy. Diddy just kind of shrugs. She says, "We could try it."
Plant ticket might go easier.
So let's say we do frame him for this, and the giants come attacking his house. How do we get from that to getting the map? Like, use that as a...
Well, she already wanted us to distract him. That's not a big distraction. Then you sneak in. But that's what you do, no?
He looks to her. He says, "Well, she was trying to make a plan without consulting me, if that's what she wanted to do." And she said, "I wouldn't necessarily go that route." And he says, "Well, all right, maybe you're on something here. Maybe during a giant attack on his house, we could use that to slip in, and he'd be too busy dealing with them to have any issue with us."
I would think he would be very distracted at the time. Yes.
And he says, "What if the giants just wish to question him?"
Well, I mean, his scryers will be very busy with something else at that point, right?
Yeah, either way, that could be a distraction. He says, "All right, why don't we start there? If you think that's a better plan than just trying to trade with him for it, why don't we look into doing that?"
Do you have goods to trade? Is that? I mean, I don't know.
Well, the biggest problem is I don't think we're not a known trader, and there would be questions. So, unless you have an answer for that,
He says,
as I
"Well,
look at it,
I believe that that Kesbin is a known collector of rare magical items, and traders do come in from the Underdark all the time, as well as sometimes from the surface, though not as often. So it would probably involve passing yourselves off as some sort of trader of rare goods. But if you think you have a way of incriminating him and you have better skills to do that, then by all means. The important part is we have to get in there, get this map, and get out. Whether it be or go ahead.
What things does he own? Just his estate, or?
He says all we know is he has many bodyguards, his estate, and he pretty much watches over the south quadrant of the city, the area that we're all in right now. His family is sort of the ruling arm in this part of the Rowan, or was it Roic? Roic Halls, yeah. I don't know much about what items he has. We haven't had much time to research him.
well, interesting. But I mean, doing a heist before the heist. Ugh.
He says, "Yeah, that's why I was rethinking the stealing from him, just because it could be risky, and more thefts in the city would possibly tip our hand."
Fire giants attacking a noble house would be useful. It would definitely sow chaos and leave an aftermath that would leave things up in the air for us to play with. But it would ratchet up the level of paranoia in the city. So,
Indeed, yeah.
what other things need to be done after that?
He says, "Well, there's the business of the guard, and trying to figure out which of the Molten Chapel guards we're going to try to either bribe or maybe disable when we break in. And there is something else we need to steal from one of the warehouses. Or wait, no, not the warehouses. there's something else we need to steal in the northern quadrant of the city. A key to get into the one of the areas of the vault.
Oh,
So that's another
Mhm.
heist we have to do. He says, for that
Well-
one, I'm not sure how you can help other than maybe some sort of distraction if you all are warriors, which I've heard you are. Perhaps just attacking a fire giant stronghold in the city.
I mean, Titus here can take many rocks to the head and just walk it off. Just walk it off.
He
And just
said-
give a thumbs up.
says, well, yeah. If you can cause some sort of distraction within the city, that would at least bring a bunch of fire giants away from the area that we'll be in and make our job easier.
That sounds interesting.
Good idea.
If the fire giants did go after a noble house, that would pull a lot of them over for such an endeavor, right?
If there was an actual fight, that certainly could.
Yeah,
Assuming that
it'd be
this
an actual
noble
fight.
didn't just try to talk his way out of it.
True. Yeah, it would be hard to guarantee that, I suppose.
Can you guys make me look like a noble?
Oh,
Yes.
I actually do have a disguise kit, Rando says. So possibly. You wouldn't be able to wear that helmet, though.
I take it
Oh.
off.
Do the if you do the accessories and the outfit, I mean, you can always change your appearance.
I could certainly try to make you look like a deep dwarf, though. And yeah, maybe just with the helmet on over. He'd be a very large dwarf.
oh.
I can trick him.
But
I just mean if we need a dwarf to be fighting giants, it seems like a good job for me.
You mean like try to disguise yourself as one of Kesbin's people to arouse suspicion?
Is this
Start
is
trouble.
what is the clan like? Is there like a successor son or daughter that we need to be aware of or anything like that?
He says, well, Grigaro is the patriarch of the family. He's definitely the oldest and more of a politician or a slash businessman than an actual warrior. He does have a son who is he's young. He's obviously a deep dwarf, more of a fighter, sort of a gladiator type. Who fights in the pits. He has another son who is more like him and is more into the political part of the family, and I believe he has a daughter, but I don't know much about her.
I have an idea. You could make me look like the gladiator son. I could maybe do one of his fights in the pits and try to rouse the dwarves into thinking maybe we don't have to take this shit from the giants.
That would be tricky though, because if he is at the fight himself, he might notice.
Oh, yeah, we could just knock him
Do his
out
people
and
have a symbol?
tie him up somewhere.
Yes, his
His
family
troops have
does.
outfits.
His family does have a crest and symbols.
Do his troops wear those?
Sorry, what did you say?
Do his troops wear said?
Oh yeah, his people are easily identifiable. They all wear the mark of his family. A lot of the guards in this part of the city wear it as well, since he helps fund them.
If we did the warehouse and disguised ourselves as dwarves, attack the warehouse, leave behind another dwarf body that just happens to have like an insignia on an undershirt or something like that. One of the things that would show that it was him, but it wasn't meant to be left behind. It would draw attention to his noble house, and then if we happen to have the case in his house, when the giants go search it, they will flip out and there will be totally be conflict between the two.
Could also, when they
And we
go to
would-
the house and there's kerfluffle between giants and dwarves, we could be said dwarves and attack them too.
Hmm,
That's true. Ooh,
interesting.
that would definitely get the noble houses against the fire giants for a little bit. At least one noble house, but
One of the four families, yes. So you're thinking, basically, you cause the distraction for us to swipe the key, disguised as the troops of Lord, what's his name? Lord Kesbin. Is that what you were
Any of you
suggesting?
able
well,
to
not
forge?
directly. Like we should make it look like Lord Kesben is not completely incompetent, i.e., we didn't mean to leave behind evidence that it was Lord Kesben.
Hmm.
Could leave a
Um.
body with perhaps a sealed note, the seal on it. Perhaps a badge of the house too,
That might be
mentioning
good.
the eye.
Just something to draw suspicion.
Yes, and then when they arrive and they start talking, we can protect the great noble house by attacking the giants.
This is all right. I think there's some good ideas here. He says we should iron out some of the details. I'm guessing you probably want at least a day to rest and recuperate from your journey.
Well, that would be nice. Yes.
He says if you can stay quiet, there is actually quite a bit to do in the city. You just have to be careful not to get in trouble for anything. We don't want any suspicion on us or your group early on. That might make things harder. But
You mentioned
yeah,
fighting pits.
he says there are indeed fighting pits, as
You
well as
also need a
other
dwarf body.
a dwarven body
definitely-
apparently. We don't
I
have a
can,
dwarven
I can help
body.
both of you.
But yeah, maybe you all can work on that. And of course, my associates are at your disposal as well. Gears is like, oh well, thank you for volunteering me. She says, kind of annoyed.
So actually, a question. What is the cuisine of the city like? I haven't actually had deep dwarf food in this realm. So
Valerie, Diddy would say, it's terrible. The food here is ghastly. It's all boiled. No
oh
spices.
no. Oh,
Rando nods. He says, yeah, we've been living off rations, but from what Diddy's told me, there's not much in the way of good food up there.
those monsters. Oh, jeez. They have mushrooms. Why do they? Oh, God.
He looks at you curiously. Gears says,
You-
quite the food connoisseur, are we?
She tried cooking.
What is best in life is all I can say. So.
Just gives you a curious look. Says, I've never been much of a foodie myself. Welcome,
You haven't
Anna
had lads cooking.
Hey,
The group had just met with a group of heisters, and they were planning a possible way to help them steal a bunch of stuff.
sounds fine.
So, yeah, you, let's see, it's still, I think, pretty early in the day. At least for today, they weren't planning on making any moves. So if the group wants to work on some downtime stuff today, you probably could. Unless you want to RP with them a little bit more.
Yes, well,
Are
just
the
some
pits
suggestions. We need to be able to get hold of a uniform and possibly a dead dwarf of the nobleman. I.e., somebody may have to die.
Diddy
just-
would say, I can get you a uniform of the Kesbin. I can't necessarily get you a body easily.
No. I mean, but like someone whom we could remove without the rest of the noble house freaking out. Like some low-level officer, or somebody who maybe goes out onto the town a little bit more than he should, that kind of thing.
She says, well, there are plenty of officers who drink and gamble. I'm sure we can Get one of them into a dark alley. Is this like a murder, or are we just trying to get them knocked out and captured?
I look
What do
over
we
at the
need?
group.
I'll do it. Just tell me what we need. How far do I have to
What
go?
is this for?
I'll kill a guy. I don't give a shit.
No. I mean, it's like we kind of need the body. But here's the problem. I just realized I have a small problem with our plan. How smart are the fire giants? They're not idiots, right? They're not morons.
So most of the lower level grunts are pretty dumb, but they do have some more magically inclined giants up the top. I think they're called Forge Masters, which are kind of the political class of the political ruling class of the giants. Diddy says there's also. Hang on, let me get its name. There's also the Forge Callers, which are more magically inclined and pretty smart. Though not politicians as much as like elemental savants, just very heavy connections with fire and molten lava.
Because I was thinking if we do take out a dwarf and keep him around, as it were, for evidence at a later date, I'm worried about how long does it take for? Does anybody know how long it takes for the body to not really look like he died recently?
Diddy would say, or not Diddy, Gears would say, I think clerics can do something called Gentle Repose. It's a divine magic spell. I don't know much about it.
Yes, I never got that far at my church with that. Don't have that.
She says, well, other than that, a body starts to decay pretty quickly if not kept cold.
What if we put it in a bag of holding?
No, it's still rot.
Oh.
Ask me how I know. It's not
I
fun.
mean, there's dwarves everywhere. We can find one tomorrow.
Yeah, we could just find one closer to the time when we need the body. And you said you all were going to leave the body at this place where you were fighting?
Yes.
Yes.
Potentially.
Hmm.
Can any of you forge documents? If need be, I can, I suppose.
He says, oh yes, we can certainly forge documents. What did you need?
Well, that's the thing. Can
I'm
we?
having extreme trouble hearing Zala right now. I know he's talking, but I can't hear a thing.
Oh,
Is he like too low, or is he blurry, or?
Too low. Like I know it's coming. It's definitely clear. I'm catching some words. It's just very quiet for me.
Have you
It's just
turned
me,
him
I'll
up?
figure it out.
You can just turn the.
I haven't maxed out on Discord, but
I
I'll
don't
figure something else out if it's just me.
All right,
turn everybody
I
down.
hear
And
him
turn him
okay.
up. And then...
All right. Well, it's just me then. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing him okay. Maybe, yeah, like he was saying, turn us down, and that might help.
Okay.
I will do.
What were we talking about? Oh, perhaps a note from the with the seal of this noble, asking this soon to be dead individual to perhaps make sure the eye is hidden.
He says, well, I can certainly forge the family seal. And Diddy would say, maybe I can even try to figure out where I could steal something like that. Something that we could mark the letter as being authentic. He says, maybe. Well, how much time do you think you need to set this up, tribe? When do you think you'd be ready to do this attack?
Tomorrow.
Oh, that's.
I mean, honestly,
if you have the disguise kit
the
to
moving
make the
pieces for this
stuff,
are
yeah.
relatively small. Except getting the case into his house. We do need to think about that.
Yes, indeed.
I like the shipping idea because I think that's hilarious personally. Like, they get the gift, they open it up, they're like, don't realize just how screwed it is. It's like a cursed gift.
Well,
Yeah,
you can even
that's always
hide it inside something else. It's inside a vase.
Yeah, I mean, if we just send it to him, we take the risk that he might recognize what the case is and just let the giants know that they've gotten it. Not saying
Well,
he would
if the
necessarily.
second half of our plan is to be there when the giants come looking, so we can come to the defense of noblemen, why don't we just bring it up with us then?
We want them. We want the giants to in their because if he's a smart noble, which he may be, may or may not be, I don't know. If he's a smart noble, he'll be like, no, search, look. There's nothing that you will find. I mean, mind you, most nobles really have a lot of like skeletons in their closet, from what I understand. But you know, some of them are better at house cleaning. So he may just be like, no, please come into my abode, look around. You're not going to find anything intimidating. It would be nice for them to go to quickly find the case and be like, what the hell is this here then? And then they get into an argument, they scuffle. We throw a carefully placed like magic missile into the middle of the argument. Fighting ensues.
Diddy would say,
Ding, bang,
well,
boom.
it's more likely the giants will send dwarves in because they couldn't even fit inside the house; they're too big.
True.
But yeah, it's more likely dwarves would go in to look around, representatives of the giants. Again, we don't
The giants
know.
be outside.
Oh yeah, most likely they would be in the area in case things went poorly. I mean, they could probably just break through the walls if they really wanted to. But it's in the giants' best interest to make sure the city stays stable. So just taking out one of the noble families, they need a really good reason to do that. Which hopefully this would be, but we have no guarantees. If nothing else, it will at least make them untrustworthy if they find it. And maybe in the ensuing distraction or, we could, like you said, sneak in and try to get what we need. Or maybe, like you were saying, a couple of well-placed magic missiles outside in the yard might cause chaos and turn the giants to fighting against the troops.
I mean, they do seem very hot-blooded.
They are, especially the low-level ones. They're probably going to be told not to attack the dwarves unless in self-defense. So, if the dwarves throw the first punch, then they would most likely defend themselves. Or if they're perceived to throw the first punch. He says, but in any case, I'll let you all get situated, and tomorrow maybe we can get ready for this.
All right.
All right. So yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Just keep going.
No. So I was just gonna say that I could pass some time unless the group is doing something.
I will do some RP. I will make dinner for everyone because I feel bad for. Vlad feels bad that they have been eating shit this entire time.
Just rations, yeah. All right, so you're working on some tasty food for them. Go ahead and make a check with the tool. Guess you'd use like intelligence or wisdom.
Just talking up this meal.
Because I'm doing the whole my normal like super cantrip food cooking routine. We're using produce flame and mage hand, and I'll even have an unseen servant giving me assistance like to make it snazzy and taste better.
So you set up like a little grill on the floor somewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
18. So
yeah, you get some of the rations and add spices. What sort of food are you gonna make out of these?
They've been eating boiled food. Oh. I'm gonna do a stir fry with grilled whatever meat we happen to have handy.
So you season up some of the rations and fry them up with maybe some other stuff. And
Yep, I have
it
my
is-
little magic item that produces seasonings, so I'm using that.
Alright, so it is very tasty, and you would get compliments from all three of them. Say, hey, maybe we should bring this guy on as our chef. And Gears would say, that's ridiculous. We don't need a chef for heisting. And Diddy would say, well, apparently we do.
Really?
'Cause this is way better than
Had to
just
keep
eating
morale up.
rations.
Right? Yeah. What was the point in heisting?
can't
if
have
you're
many
already
ways, our
slushy
chef.
drunk?
Did you say you can't have our chef?
You can't have him. He's our chef.
They'll kind of laugh at
You
that.
know, you should work on the magic item that makes a decent food. That would sell. I'm telling you right now, you could make millions off of that.
Gears taps her chin. She says, how would that work? I don't think I have an infusion that can do that. I'll have to think about that.
Maybe like a modified unseen servant. We're off track. Like focus here.
Alright, is anyone else doing anything?
Do they need help with anything?
So currently they all kind of have stuff they're working on. They have their own downtime projects. Diddy is heading back up to the surface to basically gather more intel. Rando is kind of looking over all the plans they have so far and working on those, and Gears has been working on some magic stuff. But none of them seem like they need help with what they're doing. Diddy would offer to take anyone to the surface if they want to do anything up there. She could kind of show you all around, depending on what you're looking for. She says, it sounded like you were interested in some fighting pits, Titus. I could probably show you where those are if you want to go fight a little.
I'd love to go fight in the pits a little bit. Maybe show you what I can do.
Gears would look up. She says, yeah, there's some libraries too, though. I think you'd have to pay to use them. I was using them a little for research a few days ago.
Nah, books aren't my thing.
She said, well, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the two of them, and she points to Thorothi and Zalafe.
I didn't realize. I just finished my statement about fighting.
Actually, Rando is gonna go to Anna Kate and say, "Are you the monk with the tribe?"
I am a monk,
He laughs.
among
he says,
other
Anna,
things.
he says, "Anna Kate, right?"
Do I know you?
He says, "No, but
No,
I
I owe you
know
money."
you. You are quite wanted within the capital. I saw a bounty on you that's pretty high last time I was there. Who did you steal from?"
That would be.
You weren't here for the introduction, so I figured now that you're here,
Well, I don't really know who I stole from.
He laughs. He says, "You know the." Or go ahead.
I say, do you know who I stole from?
He says, "No, I was curious. Like I was saying, the bounty on you is pretty high. You know, the whole point of heisting is to not get caught, right?" He laughs a little.
Do I look like I was caught?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Apparently, you did get away, even if they are looking for you. Do you often do heists? Is there anything you've stolen I would know of?
Part of me thinks I would want to make up a lie here. Yeah, I'll throw something out there. A well-known heist that people have talked about, and I'll claim credit for that. even though it wasn't me.
An unsolved one.
Mhm.
Give me a deception check. 15.
I want it to be one that he did.
He gives you a very odd look. He says, "Really?"
Yeah, of course. What, you think I would just make that up?
He says, "No, no. It's just strange because I actually know the person who stole that thing,
Oh,
and
well,
it was us."
of course it was.
And he just gives you
No.
a smile and a wink.
Oh, my friend. Oh, you got suckered in too. Yeah, you stole the fake one.
Ah, that must be it then. And he claps you on
I
the
have
shoulder.
the real one.
As well. Perhaps you'll have to tell us how you managed to not only steal the real one, but then plant a fake one for us to steal.
Oh, a good magician doesn't give away all of her secrets.
Fair enough. Fair enough. He says, "Well, I would be curious to know more of your heisting targets, but we could talk more later. It's just yeah, good to meet you." All right. So yeah, does anyone want to do anything today as time is passing, or should I just go to tomorrow?
I'd hit the fighting pits whenever that was supposed to be. I don't know if that was. I don't know
So-
what you meant today.
Yeah, you can start a project for that. I don't think there's any fee to enter the fighting pits. I think you just kind of do that and you can win money. Let me double check though. But what about the rest of you? Like Barrels, Alifade, Vlad.
I could just continue the alchemy project that I started if we are just hanging around.
Oh, I mean, she does have a setup down here, so we might be able to do
Right.
Yeah, she has a lab down here, so you'd be welcome to use that if you want to work on it. Let's
that.
see. Pit fighting.
See. What do I want to do?
Yeah, so pit fighting is a 5-day project. I mean, you can start on it, just start fighting and get some reputation. You just wouldn't see results until at least a week passed.
It's fine.
So go ahead and make a project for yourself on that. And
I'm
yeah,
gonna have to learn how to do that now.
you just go to the tribe sheet and go to downtime activities, and you can put your project there and just track how much of it you do.
All right.
What about like Thorothi? Do you want to work on anything?
Any scrolls or something like that?
Are you there, Thorothi?
You may be muted.
Oh, apologies. My mic was having a spasm there for a second.
No worries. Is there anything you want to work on today, or are you just kind of?
I'm kind of just chilling and thinking back on the energy that I've seen and felt and trying to figure on that.
You could. Do you have a project for studying the chaotic energy yet?
I think I did start it, yes, actually.
Okay, so you could definitely put the day towards that. Maybe try to
I think that'll be
figure out some more on that. Vlad, you were just kind of hanging out.
I will
Yeah.
help Dorothy with the chaos energy.
Oh, okay. So you're also studying that with him, so you guys can put 2 days towards that then.
Yep.
Titus, fighting pits, and all right. Anyone else doing anything? Let's just pass some time. All right, so the day would pass pretty quietly. The Three Kings are just kind of working on their stuff while you all are here or up at the fighting pits. So it is now the 42nd of summer. At 8 a.m. Diddy would have brought back a uniform that she stole. She says this should be good for our ruse. Don't have a body yet, but I figured you all were going to handle that. Titus, you did some fighting in the fighting pits, and you are definitely feel like you're one of the better contenders there.
Ooh. Did he watch?
She did not. She was doing her own thing yesterday. Did you invite her to watch?
I would have.
All
I
right.
just don't want to dominate talking.
Give me a persuasion check, DC 15.
All right, important roll.
All right. So, unfortunately,
I'm
yeah.
It's not gonna get me there. I'm still gonna use it.
You gonna story point this?
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Hell yeah!
You gonna do a reroll? All right. This is very important. Romance option.
I don't know. I never.
Oh. All right.
Oh, there you go. All right.
So she seems like she's a little bit kind of in a hurry, but she says, yeah, I guess I can hang out and watch for... I mean, was there something in particular you were trying to show me here?
My abs.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hang out with somebody, get some drinks, and have some fun. If I can help you get the uniform, I will.
He says, hey, you're kind of loud. This wasn't really a like break and enter and beat people up type of job. It's more like you know, steal it when no one's looking job. You're kind of noticeable.
All right.
I appreciate the offer though. I will stay and hang out for a bit. So yeah, I'll say that she stays and watches you fight for a while.
Oh man.
So yeah, the next day she would have the uniform. Rando would say, we don't have a body yet, but we at least have the uniform, and you wanted me to forge you a note. Do you know exactly what you wanted to say?
We wanted to implicate the individual in hiding the eye.
So just that this dead person is going to be someone who works for the noble, and maybe had stolen it and was on his way somewhere when he was killed. That sort of story.
I was thinking more along the lines of, hey, we've got it and we've transferred it. Get rid of all of the other stuff that we don't need. Make sure it's gone. Ship it to someone else. Move it to somewhere else. Burn it. Whatever you have to, do it. Don't delay.
And where are we distracting them at? A warehouse?
He says, well,
Yes.
that's sort of up to you. I just need to have a commotion somewhere that is not in the north part of the city. I have a couple of suggestions, which could be good places to hit. One of which could actually be kind of profitable for you all. It says there's an old church that was converted to a forge that could have some stuff in it that might be valuable to the group.
Who's currently at the forge?
He says there are a bunch of giants there using the forge. This would
Well known that they're there.
Oh yes, if this place was attacked and an alarm was sounded, it would get the giants moving quickly towards that location. The thing is, that would also be dangerous to you if you stayed too long. So you'd want to probably hit it, get as much as you could quickly, and get out. But while they're doing that, it would create a nice enough distraction that I'm guessing every part of the city would be, having some giants sent over.
What do they make at the forge?
It says, I believe they craft different types of armors and some enchantments for their armors. I don't know much about the giant forging. What the giants forge, but they make a lot of metalworking stuff. It's like a big part of their culture, he says. I think that's why they like the city so much, because of the old dwarven forges all over the place.
What if we botch this heist at the forge to try to steal their schematics, so that the dwarves can use the eye schematics to create armor?
Oh.
Sorry, I missed that. You botched this attack on the forge?
Well, I quote unquote botch. We can still steal some things. But
Yeah.
what if we are caught trying to sneak inside and steal their things? Then we create a commotion, leave a body. Perhaps if we could even find somebody who is already associated with the noble, that would work. And the said note could be that they instructing him to steal certain armor schematics that can be used with the eye to create armor. Because I believe the
and that would pin
eye
the
is useful in forging. Yes.
It is. So that would also pin the eye heist on his people. Yes. I see
Correct.
what you're saying. And it is in his part of the city, so that would work.
And make sure in the forge note that it says specifically, destroy this after you read it.
He laughs.
Yeah.
This is I can add that as well. How about why don't you, if you want, do we want to? I don't know if we want to go this meta, but do you want to type out what the note's gonna say, or would you rather it just kind of be left vague?
I don't know if I care that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's kind of a throwaway. So
All right. He says, I think I can make that happen. So you said you are ready to do this today, though?
should be right. And I think
we need the body.
So yeah, I don't suppose Didi might know. You have to lead on perhaps a associate of the noble house, somewhat known, and that can be caught unawares.
She
Perhaps we can do
says,
that before we go.
I don't know anyone off the top of my head, but I could probably find a good target given some time.
How much time?
Like a day or two?
That works. I mean, our time, our clock on this is not ticking too fast, right? You have time to find this.
He says, I would agree, and that would also give us time to let the threat level lower a bit from our last heist. So even if we want to take like the rest of the week to gather even more information, that
Alright.
should be fine.
So we could also then use that time to find out our way to get the case into the state. You know?
He nods. She says, I can work on that. Maybe sneaking the case inside the house. That could be something I do as well. I can take the form of the guards of the house, so I think it would be easiest for me to go in rather than having someone else risk it.
Sounds good to me.
Oh. Actually, I have a weird idea. Can you sign it with, instead of like a signature, just the initials of like one of the sons, like a hot-headed son?
Random
They wouldn't
nods.
know the personnel necessarily.
Nods. He says, I certainly can. You could say, maybe the whole family's in on this. All right. I'll see what I can do to implicate more people from the Drizaro family.
So suppose if we're taking days, then what else could we do to make this heist work better while we wait?
Well, they have a library with that giants live near. So if you want to look up some runes,
Well, Rando says, I'm doing more research on the layout of the actual Molten Chapel, but it's been challenging to find any useful info. If you wish to help in that research project, it could be useful, but if you want to work on your own things as well, I'd understand.
Just don't know if we want to go parading around the libraries in the city.
Says it definitely could be risky. I wouldn't say your group is exactly subtle. Several of your people do stand out quite a bit.
you resemble that remark.
Clandestine, so I don't believe there's many things that I can take care of here by myself, or of my own needs. So whatever would make this whole thing work better. For us to work.
He thinks, he says, well, how are you at potion crafting?
Quite excellent.
Maybe a couple more healing potions could help. We always like to have a few of those, maybe some potions of climbing. He says, we have the recipes, so we just need you to do some of the actual brewing.
Sure.
Alright.
Actually, I have a question. Do you have any arcane materials to scroll with?
He looks to Gears. She kind of pokes up her goggles. She says, what are you scribing?
Considering what you do for a living, and the number of you, I thought a nice scroll of bless might be useful for you.
She thinks and nods. She says, that's arcane? I thought that was religious.
It is, but I thought maybe one of you. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
She just kind of shrugs and goes back to what she was doing. She says, kind of not looking at you anymore. She says, well, I do have some components if there's something you're looking to scribe, but yeah, I don't have religious, only arcane.
Actually, I have a weird question. Never mind. It's all good. It's separate. I'll talk about it later. It's fine.
Okay.
Ignore me.
All right. So, yeah.
Beryl would like after Diddy's done talking to us and like steps away or whatever, I would like whisper, like, tribe has 3 potions of climbing and lots of potions of healing.
Better to use their resources, no, to make it for them. Keep our own. We'll see.
Oh, can I scroll with my own materials?
Yeah. I mean, scribing a scroll, I think all you need to know is like you have to be able to cast the spell.
Yeah.
As long as you have enough inks to scribe it.
Yeah, I was just gonna make another shield scroll. Somebody.
Oh, so yeah, and Gears would say, I can convert. I can make some ink for you if that's what you need. Just let me know how much maho you need.
Yes.
So yeah, you can just I'll just say you can convert as much as of your components into ink as you like. It's 1-to-1 for components to inks.
Yeah, I got it. We're good.
All right, so you're working on the scroll, and you know how long it takes to make those, right?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I was just gonna pass another 4 days and let you guys work on your various
4 days?
projects.
Wow. I was gonna for one day I was gonna make a scroll, and then for the rest I was gonna help Throthy.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I would finish the greater healing potion that I'm working on and then have 2 days to spend to something new.
All right. Well, go ahead and figure out how you're gonna spend those 4 days.
You guys
I'll
think
give
it's
you a
safe
moment.
for Need to continue going in the pits, or are we trying to really stay low here?
It should be. You think it should be safe? I mean, you're not well known in the city or anything.
The pit fighters are
Oh, we're all going to the library.
eclectic, right? Pit fighting is an eclectic sport. Like they pull people from all over the place to fight, right?
Oh yeah, like there are different like pit fighting leagues in lots of different parts of the world. Not they're not necessarily all connected, but yeah, there's a large group of people who do it, and some might be well known from other places. Did you win the belt
So, like-
in the capital, Titus? I forget. Maybe not.
And then I donated my money, so I had.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Did you say something? I don't think your mic was
It's-
working.
Breaking up.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no, I clicked it by accident. I said I came in second, but I did donate my money to the nearest orphanage. So you said that. I wrote it down. Hang on, give me a second. I made a contact in. How did I put it? Or you said I made a contact at the pits. That's all. That's all you said it was.
All right.
So there may be an agent of WWPF that is looking for you. Oh,
Yeah, so you might be known as a famous pit fighter, but they probably wouldn't know like who you are outside of that. Like you'd be known in that circle.
Right, well, I would say if anybody wants to come with me and gamble, I'll do a couple of fights blindfolded. Might increase the odds for you to make a bet.
I don't know. There's someone. I think
Show
everyone's
off.
pretty busy with their stuff, but you could always ask.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, I have no downtime projects I can do, so.
What's
Is
the
Anna
directed
Kate gonna
statement? I'm
try
probably
to
looking
cheat?
right at Anna Kate.
I don't know. I
it's
mean,
just like gambling.
I've gotten
Come
in
on.
trouble with gambling before. Okay, let's do it.
All right. So we'll say you use this time
I mean, you need to
to.
give Anna Kate a bless. So.
So how much money do you want to risk, Anna Kate?
I mean,
Hang
I
on.
have this shiny sapphire. Oh, I've got 825 gold pieces.
So I
Oof.
think you
So
can.
the odds should be in your favor if I'm blindfolded.
Here, let me see what the gambling rules are. So I think you can risk up to 1,000 gold pieces.
Well,
And yeah,
I think-
depending on, let's see. So are you just trying to flat out cheat in gambling, or are you like actually just gambling on the different fights?
I would bet on Titus's fight, knowing that he has blind fighting. Yeah, I would just try to find some sucker or multiple suckers.
All right. So
Spread that joy around.
all right. So you're doing that, and Titus is fighting. Does anyone else need to make any rolls for these total of 5 days worth of downtime?
I don't think you don't have to roll for research, right?
You do,
Oh, okay.
but
I'm helping Thorothy, so I don't know what that means.
all right.
I guess we both roll. I guess is that how that works?
Yeah, but let me. All right, so I'll do Titus first. So let's see, Titus for pit fighting. I need 3 rolls from you. Strength Athletics, Dex Acrobatics, and a Con check. Bonus equal to the largest hit die, which would be D10 for you.
All right, so
And you can replace
you said
any of
strength?
these with a weapon attack.
cool. All right, so you said strength was the first one you said?
Yeah, strength, athletics, dex, acrobatics, con check with a D10 added, and any of these can be replaced with a well, one of these can be replaced with a weapon attack.
I think my modifier is so low with the strength that I might as well just do it with a weapon attack, right?
Well, how's your dex, acrobatics?
Acrobatics is a +7.
Oh, really? Is that better than your athletics?
Is it athletics or straight strength?
It's athletics.
Athletic.
It's athletics,
okay, well, then that's a
acrobatics,
9.
and a con check. Are the
I
three
thought it was the
rolls.
+4 for strength. Yeah, okay. I'll do athletics. And then I'll replace the acrobatics with the weapon attack.
Okay, so that is a success. You beat the 16. And you said you're gonna do.
That was a broadcast, by the way, so I didn't know if you were whispering it or not.
No, I wasn't whispering it.
Okay.
So now give me a weapon attack with your.
All right. Would it be with my weapons that have like pluses to them, or a straight weapon?
Any of your weapons you can use for this. 28. Alright, I don't think I can beat that. So
Oh, you
yeah,
got
that
close.
That would be a success as well. Now let me have a con check with a D10 added.
Yeah. Now that's just straight con, right? There's nothing to that.
Yeah, just a con roll, 11 plus a D10.
Got it.
13. Ooh,
13.
that is a fail. Alright, so 2 successes. You would win 100 gold pieces. Didn't win the championship, but once again did very well. And I'll say you make a contact within the city, which you can use as a normal contact would be made. As you get better known within the fighting pits. So,
And again, I would do the same thing and donate whatever I won to the nearest orphanage.
oh, you're donating your 100? Alright.
Do Daggar have orphanages?
They probably have charities you can donate to. Alright, so Anna Kate, you were gambling. How much money were you wagering on all this?
I mean, now that I know that he won, I'm betting the whole 825 on him.
Well, it's on it's not just on the winning, it's on like different matches. And he didn't win all his matches.
They didn't win all of them. They didn't win all of them.
That's fair. I think I would have done 500 probably.
Alright, so I need an insight check first. So okay, hang on. So you have to make 3 checks: insight, deception, and intimidation. This would be a gaming set though. Yeah, because you're kind of gambling in a different way. I'll just give you advantage
still
on
works.
these.
Deception still works. I just don't know what
Yeah.
that lasts.
Insight probably still works too. I just don't know about intimidation.
I mean, it could work depending on if you're like trying to, intimidate people into gambling. But I'll say you can get advantage on these since you know he has blind fighting instead of replacing one of them.
All right. Here goes insight.
Oof.
17.
Oh,
Thank
17's
goodness
not
God.
for that advantage.
bad. Okay. DC. Oh, so that's a
Oh,
charisma,
Damn, dude.
deception.
oh man.
16.
You just have no luck at gambling for some reason.
You really do
Alright.
suck at
Well,
gambling.
that's a success.
That's a success. That's a success.
And then intimidation is definitely my strong suit. Oh yeah.
13. Ah.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Alright.
Hell. You found
Uh,
that one wimpy guy, and you convinced him to gamble with you.
So you gain the amount you bet plus half again.
All right.
So you would gain 750.
Nice.
Yeah. So you did
Now
pretty
wait,
well.
when you say gain 750, in addition to what I started with, or do I get the 500 back plus 250?
That's a good question. It says gain the amount you bet plus half again more. So I would guess it's just.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like you gain 500 plus. Again, you get half.
Yeah, that's
Like
what I
on
think.
top
That's
of
what
that.
I think. So I think you
Yeah,
actually
because
gain
if
750.
you lose, you would lose the
Yes.
500 entirely. So
Yeah.
yeah, that makes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you get exactly. So you would gain 750.
Nice.
So yeah.
I need to change some of this into platinum. I can't carry this much.
Yeah, you can say you change it within the city there.
Oh,
Give you a big high
Oh, yeah.
five.
Anyone
Not
else?
bad, Titus.
Not bad.
I have a
Titus.
question.
Yeah.
Wanna get drunk?
So
Uh,
after,
yeah.
I'm sorry. After the first 3 days, when I finished my first project, could I spend the remaining 2 days shadowing Diddy on her reconnaissance and trying to learn the city a little better and like maybe make more shroomwood friends?
Are you telling her about this, or are you just doing it?
Oh no, I mean I'll ask if I can
Okay.
tag along. I mean, if she says no, then maybe I'll try and follow her anyway.
So she would say, "Do you have a way of hiding yourself? I don't know much about you." Miranda said you were some kind of druid, right?
Beryl will not be seen.
I mean, if you're not gonna get seen, you can be near me. Just don't get me caught by anyone.
Is Diddy afraid of spiders?
She says, "I don't really have an opinion on spiders, as long as they don't bite me." Why?
Beryl will not bite you, but Beryl will be tiny spider on your shoulder.
Oh, yeah, sure, that's fine. Just tell me where you are so I don't swat you by mistake.
Well, once Beryl is spider, Beryl can't say much, but
So, what are you trying to gain by following her?
I'd like to kind of use my survival to get a good to
Oh,
begin learning the city, basically.
Okay.
she wants to see the whole map. She
Well,
wants to get a layout.
sure. I mean, right now, Diddy is mostly in the southern part of the city.
Yeah, I'm not expecting her to go everywhere, but anywhere she does go, like I don't know, I'm just trying to learn my way around in case it comes in handy in the future.
I think that's awesome. I think that's a brilliant plan.
And if there's any other like collections of shroomwood groves or whatever, then I can make additional tree friends just in case it comes in handy in the future.
Alright, so yeah, I can reveal the map since you'll be moving around with her.
Cool.
At least the areas that she's going to.
Yes.
Where she's
Access to-
reconnoitering or whatever.
Rec-
What's
rec-
the gerund of
recon-
reconnaissance?
What's the word?
I'm pretty sure that's not
So-
the word. It just sounded funny in my head.
I think it is.
I think
Actually.
it's definitely
Really?
Beryl.
Sounds
Reconnoitering, yeah.
Reconnoitering.
Yeah. Alright.
So you see where the Morden church is that you might use as a distraction. The like mini heist. And she also shows you where Kesben Halls are, which is the basically the hall of the guy in charge of this section of the city.
So, with 2 days of reconnaissance with Diddy, would I have at least some level of familiarity with the streets so that if we're like caught in a battle in the streets again, Beryl would kind of possibly have a good chance of knowing which way to go or where to hide or whatever?
Yeah, I mean you'd give me a survival check. I'll say DC 12.
Oh,
don't
I
know if
can't.
you can
I
fail
can't.
that.
I can't fail that. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you get kind of an idea of where the different streets are, kind of where some of the side tunnels are, different entrances into the old abandoned sewer where the hideout is, and yeah, you get a good idea over those 2 days of at least the southern part of the city.
It's quadrant. Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good. So that's in Beryl's pocket in case it helps with our future
Okay.
actions.
So Vlad, give me another cooking roll at advantage. I assume you're going to be cooking for them every day.
Yes, I am. Because you understand the importance that Vlad places on this.
I'm actually getting this for another reason.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, never mind.
Uh-oh.
Give me a persuasion check. Or just a straight charisma. Alright, we'll do persuasion.
Yeah, we'll do it.
So on the, let's say like the third day in, Diddy would come speak to you, and she is kind of asking you a bit about your cooking and how you learned to do it, and if you would be interested in teaching her some.
Sure. Now, mind you, my technique is, let me just show you, and then I will proceed to kind of show her some tricks. While she's doing that, I'm trying to get an idea of her talents in cooking, like and cantrips.
Give me an insight check. DC, I'll say 10. Okay. You think she's got some talent. You also think she's flirting with you a little.
Oh, that poor girl.
Poor girl. Now suddenly Titus is just watching you.
Now this was Ditty, right?
Yeah, this was the shape changer.
Gears only has eyes for her experiments.
Yeah, Gears, actually, that's kind of true. She's been very antisocial. She hasn't really... I mean, she's been kind of talking every now and then, like, if she thinks someone needs some information, but she's not very social.
What about Rando? Is he into anyone?
Wait, Anna Kate.
No. No.
Anna Kate only has eyes for Titus, who only has eyes for Diddy.
Well,
This
that's
is
not
weird.
true. Anna Kate has eyes for anybody who comes along.
There you go.
So,
It's not Rando.
but Rando knows too much.
He knows too much.
So-
Right?
And he's literally a rando. I'm just saying.
His name
Well.
literally is Rando. All right.
I wish to, with that insight and my persuasion, I wish to, delicately mention my wife, whom, I miss dearly, and am, hopefully will reconnect with.
So you're kind of trying to let her down easy.
Yes.
All right. Give me a persuasion attempt, DC 10. Which I don't think you could fail. So yeah, she might seem a little disappointed. She just kind of nods and she says, "I am actually pretty interested in learning more about cooking, though. That said, I'd be willing to pay you 5 gold a day to teach me."
Well, sure. But why don't instead of a money thing, teach me something. We will trade knowledge. So,
Well, I don't.
what is it that you know?
What does she know? She says, "Well, do you speak Elven?
No, I do not.
I could teach you how to speak Elven."
Teach me how to curse in Elven. That would be excellent, and how to find the bathroom. That would be very useful.
She says, "Yeah, I mean, I guess we could go back and forth. You teach me cooking for a day, I'll teach you Elven for a day."
And you can tell me the names of the ingredients in the Elven. That'll be good.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say those last 2 days, if you're okay with it, instead of doing research with Thorothi, you teach her
Sure.
some stuff, and she teaches you a day of Elven. So you can put that towards a different project, if you were learning Elven already.
I wasn't, but
Or you can make it.
let's be honest. Vlad has many reasons to want to understand languages, And knowing how to ask where the bathroom is very important. So
All right, so yeah, just put a day towards that project. And Thorothy, I think I just need an intelligence check from you.
Alrighty, intelligence, yes.
Yeah, if you put 5 days, I believe that is intelligence. for
I did
research.
help him with 2 of those days.
Oh, so I think he'd finish early then. So he'd only need 3 days. Let's see. Yeah, so then he'd finish in 3 days, and then he'd have 2 more days to do something else.
Do I help him or do I roll or?
No, it just so you didn't help him for the. I guess either of you can roll. It is just one roll, but if one of you is better in intelligence, I would say that person should roll instead.
I have a
let's see.
+1.
I have. You beat me. You're way smarter than me.
Way smarter. All right, so yeah, just go ahead, Thorothy. Oh no! All right, control 1. So, unfortunately, you don't have much luck with this. This first few days of study, the magical energies don't reveal to you any new secrets. It might just take you some more time. But thanks to the help you got, you have another 3 days to put towards it. So we'll say you put another 3, and then when you pass another 5 days, you can make another roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so far the answers elude you.
Which actually totally makes sense. It is chaotic energy. It's hard.
Exactly. All right. So the 5 days have passed though now. It is the 46th of summer. Did I forget anyone? Zalafe, did I need anything from you?
Yes. I do have a question.
Sure.
I actually didn't realize I had this thing. So, I craft uncommon and common things at 4 times the speed.
Yes.
Oh,
So, yeah. So I forgot about the last time we did things.
Jesus
But
Christ, that's
do
fast.
they have
And
a
half the price, I believe.
Yeah. So do they have the recipe for the Boots of Elvenkind?
No, we did. Did we not?
I don't know. So
Let's
it's,
see, what recipes
I would
does
like
the
to.
group have?
I don't think we do.
Bill Giant strength. That's the.
So they.
Yeah, we have a
More
couple,
than
but not. Yeah.
I don't
Jesus
think
Christ.
they have a recipe for the Boots of Elvenkind. They mostly have potion recipes. I'm not sure what the group has though.
We have Belt of Hill Giant Strength, Rod of Lordly Might, a stone tablet for a melee magic weapon, I think. That one's like from way back early.
Tattoos.
Schematics for Eldritch Claw Tattoo +1. Yeah, and potion recipes.
Where is the recipes for this group? Where do we have those?
It's in the inventory. The category is plans/recipes/schematics.
Well, if
It
we can't
starts
make
on line
boots,
145 right now, with the
I
current
can make
sorting.
all the potions.
Oh, I see.
Well, you can
So-
also make scrolls. Any spell you can scribe.
Yeah, I don't particularly. I don't care too much about scrolls.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
know
okay.
So if they want potions of climbing, what do they? Am I going to use their ingredients? Or they just want my time?
Yeah, they just want your time. So,
Okay.
I mean, it's you said so you can do it in half the time. So you could
what
probably.
would they rather have? It's a quarter of the time. Half
Oh,
the
a quarter.
Yeah, so it's actually a lot. So and potions are half. So I can make 2 potions a normal week. So I can make 8. I can make 8 climbing potions, or I could make less and then make healing potions too. It depends.
All right,
What the
so that would be a lot faster than they were expecting. I think, generally speaking, you craft what, like 1 potion a day for common?
Jesus.
Common is 1 work week. No, it's so it's half. It's half a work week for a common potion.
I thought a common
Um,
was a day for
That's
No.
for healing.
Oh, that's only
For-
healing. Okay,
That's only for healing.
Yeah, and
healing
then-
potions are
and then-
different.
gotcha. Okay,
Other things use the crafting rules. They're just halved.
I see. Okay.
Which says something.
So with 1/4 the time, you'd pretty much finish everything they needed in like 2 days. So after
Okay.
that, they wouldn't really know what to do with you. They'd just be like, "Well, that's all the stuff we needed for the
Oh.
heist."
All right.
That was
Gears
fast.
would make a remark about you're ridiculous, and then just go back to what she was doing.
Um,
She has like her potions slowly brewing. You just have like 8
well,
potions
since
all.
they have a lab, can I research the a schematic for the boots here?
It's usually a
You
library.
have an example of the item?
Well, I mean, the boots of
Yeah.
elven kind, no, but like it is something that I can. It is on my list of infused. I don't have it. Like,
Oh,
it's something
that's
that
an
I can just
infusion,
make on
though.
infusion.
Someone in
So-
our
so
group
I don't have it.
those?
Uh,
Maybe?
Yeah, like, does anybody have
Don't know.
boots? Whoa, let me
'Cause
look.
everybody should have them, so I want to make them for everybody.
Like maybe there's someone that had them that left the group, but I feel like someone in the group has them.
Yeah, I thought someone did.
if anyone,
look
I
at my
think it
list.
would have been Anna Kate. Hmm. How
Something I
Look.
could have gotten as an infusion.
did I do a story point offer for this before?
At one point, it was like 2 or 3, and I don't have to want to like spend. At some point, I'll have a week, so I'm not going to spend store price.
Okay.
No, I don't have boots of elven kind. I'm kind of shocked
just-
by that. Actually.
Seems like something that I could do, but I don't know.
All right, sure. I'll say since you have the infusion, if you just want to use their lab to maybe study how to like bring the infusion into something more permanent, you can spend what was it? You had like 3 days left, so you can spend it
Yeah.
on that. All right, sure. Make a
Okay.
project for that, and you have 3 days towards it.
Okay, so I need a full work week for that.
Yeah, at 5, I'll say you
Okay.
get the recipe.
Okay. All right. Then. Thank you. I'll start that.
All right, but the 5th day has come, and we're ready to do the job. So Rando will say, "You're gonna go into the church here, plant the body." How did we get the body? Did we ever figure that out?
Yep. What's her name was going to look to see if she could find a suitable target that works for the nobleman or is
That's
associated
true.
with them.
All right, and we were gonna
That's
try to kill them today. She says, "I'm not really an assassin, so I'm gonna leave that up to you guys." But I
Well, I'm
imagine,
just gonna killing slavers.
yeah, still not usually something I do. It's
Oh.
more.
I'm saying we'll do it.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah,
You'll do
we,
it.
we will take care of it. There's no problem.
Got it.
In fact, I think we have someone who's perfect for this. I look over at Anna Kate and Titus.
We just need to find the.
And she says, "Well, I do know of a certain someone, a drunk guard, who would be a good target, and who is kind of a not the best person. So,
Oh, even better.
yeah."
Do they have kids?
No, they don't.
Okay, good. So
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do that first in the morning. We're gonna have to do some sneakiness though, because we want to get into. Unless one of you is sneaky and they think they can just do it solo.
Well, Beryl can make everyone sneakier than they normally are, or Beryl can be super sneaky on her own. Anna Kate really sneaky too.
She says
Anna
the
Kate's really sneaky, and I can be pretty sneaky.
the guy
I can
is.
take care of it on my own. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, the guy is staying at the Forge's Fancy, so you just have to go up to his room, break in, and I'm guessing he's going to be sleeping off a hangover, because that's what he's usually doing right now. So it shouldn't be too hard if you can get in there quiet. He will probably they'll probably notice he's missing though, since he is a guard, so that's the only thing. I guess if his body turns up at the church, though, they'll just assume he was into some bad stuff.
You say guard is drunk, drinks lots, maybe has big tab, or has people not like him. Maybe people not so surprised one go missing?
He says, yeah, probably not. I'm sure, like I said, he's not the best guy, so. Maybe you could take him out quietly and then drop his body out the window or something. And we'll be in the alleyway behind the
We
place.
just pull him out of our bag of holding
Hey,
and just like
Portable hole
leave
better.
him.
Oh, you have a
Portable
bag.
hole
Yeah, I
better.
think we can just throw him in the hole.
Oh, all right. Well, if you have something like that, sure. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this type of murder thing, so if you guys have
I
a way,
pat the hole. This hole could hold so many. No.
so many bodies.
So,
All right,
I mean, that's true. Our hole does have experience with carrying bodies.
with carrying bodies.
Yeah,
So
I've
yeah.
seen at least 20 in
Close that
here,
out
and we didn't even
sometime.
get near the top.
All right, so we'll hit the Forge's Fancy, and then we'll head over to the Church of Morden with the body, and I'll head up to the north part of the city. And once Rando and everyone is in position, give us like an hour to get into position. You guys start the quote unquote heist.
Anna Kate, does Anna Kate want extra sneaky magic with while go?
Does this mean I'm not invited to the fun part?
Oh,
Fun
to
part.
the
Doing
what
the
fun?
fun
Well,
one.
you're gonna be at the church break-in. There's gonna be a lot of fun there.
yeah.
You mean you're not invited to kill the guy up in his room?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fun to
well,
sneak into place.
that's
Um,
yeah, that's the sneaky part.
I mean, Titus, if you want to go upstairs to a room with me, I'm all for that.
That's
maybe
what I was
Beryl might
saying.
go
Go up
after
there and secure
No
this guy.
sneaky magic from
Hang on, I got a thing for this.
Is kill a guy a euphemism for?
Diddy would say, "Oh, are you two a thing? I didn't even know."
No. I'll look at Diddy and give her a wink and go, "It's not exclusive. If you're
She looks at Titus, looks at you,
Interesting.
maybe turns a little red. Anyway, are we ready to go?
the tiefling's the safe choice.
I'm confused. Am I going to a room with Anna Kate or not?
No. We're gonna
Well,
go kill
not
people.
right
It's fine.
now, Diddy says, but you know what you guys do in your free time is, or apparently what we do in our free time. And she just again turns the
Okay,
red.
so
All right, are we all ready to go?
yes." Do
Okay.
we have any poison, Beryl?
Oh yes, Beryl has poison. Not lots. Beryl doesn't make it very often, but Beryl knows how. I'm pretty sure I have.
All right.
Yeah.
Why don't we? I mean, you guys can keep talking about that, but why don't we do a break and be back in 10 minutes?
I'm wondering if I shouldn't attempt to poison his drink or something first before going to killing, which could be noisier.
I have some venom troll poison. But it's still It's still raw components. Beryl could have refined it with downtime.
No,
don't want-
one
we
of
don't
one of
want
the problems
people
is
to see him die
we also
either.
don't. I'm sorry. What? I talked over somebody. Sorry.
No, I did the same thing as you, Vlad. You go ahead.
One thing we also need him to die from blunt or fire damage.
From blunt or fire damage?
So
Oh.
Because he's gonna.
Alright, yeah.
He's gonna be in a fight with.
So
Yeah.
AK, you have
I
to
can-
use the pommel of Shadow Strider.
I can
Or
can
your
punch him
boots.
to death. It's fine.
I think he can beat him to death. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Can
right.
I-
Monk,
I
yeah.
can
unfortunately.
beat him to death.
If you
But-
restore the corpse, like cast rest, can you rest on the corpse to make them not see poison on it? I think probably not. Because it's not a creature, but you should.
Purify food and water.
That might work.
Couldn't we just, if we get him out of there quick, revivify him, and then kill him again where we need him to die?
That's a lot of resources.
God.
Maybe.
So, okay, here we go. Just
I
sneak
did have
into the
that
room
thought.
while he's sleeping, open the portable hole, toss him in. He suffocates on the way back.
Okay,
And
well, that would work too.
And then we beat the crap
Oh,
out of his corpse.
Yes.
It's actually easier. It sounds like
And burn his
let him
corpse.
suffocate and beat him.
Oh my
beat him to
God.
death. Give
The only
Vlad
problem with
burn
this
him, and
plan,
then
though,
leave
is
him
the
on life.
Revivify. The Revivify is a moderately costly spell.
It's 100 gold pieces.
Is it only 100? I think it's 300. But still,
Yeah,
I mean, it's
300.
Oh no,
It's
you're
not
right. It's
some-
300. I was
it's not
thinking
something
of
we
Greater
can't
Restoration.
afford, but like, is that the best way to go about this?
Jesus.
Sounds like the most fun way to go about this.
I mean, what kind of
Okay.
autopsy do we really think these people can do?
Oh, probably
It's gonna be
nothing
a
big.
fire
I just-
giant. He's not gonna. He's gonna look at it and see the symbol
Right.
on the
I
guy's
think-
tunic, and that's gonna be it.
I don't think he's going to realize that he was suffocated first. If we suffocate him
No.
and then immediately pummel his corpse so that bruises appear,
Yeah,
and,
we
and
wait too long.
burn
He won't produce.
and burn him,
My word.
Well,
then
we're fine. Yeah, we're fine.
yeah, they're not going to go, oh, the cause of death was actually asphyxiation.
This is like
We get
deeply dark,
CSI
guys. This is
Giant
really
next, and we're gonna be fucking pissed.
Well,
We
if
might
you're
be
worried
murder
about that,
hobos, but this is pretty
Well, if
low.
we're worried about it being asphyxiation, burn his lungs.
yeah,
Yeah.
or like choke him
Like you got a
so
fireball
that there are
to the throat.
bruises all over his throat.
It's fine.
I'm
Right,
really enjoying this planning way too much.
Way too much.
I probably need to
speaking
take a
of-
day
That
off from
in
work.
or out of character. I'm not sure if I'm agreed, right?
I have a really
refuse to
weird question,
answer.
completely
Yeah.
unrelated to what we're doing right now, but I just want to ask it. How do you spell recorder?
Reconnoiter. Okay, I'm going to look this up now because you've got me curious. I'm
But I
pretty sure
couldn't figure out how to spell
reconnoiter
it.
is the word. It starts with recon, but it's two N's. Yeah, it's reconnoiter. There it is.
I felt like I had heard that word before, but I literally didn't think it was legit. I thought it was just like
I've
Like a
like
used
some
fake
the
pop
word.
culture mispronunciation or something.
I've used the word, and I think it's on the SAT, but
Maybe.
It is make a military observation of, and then in parentheses, a region.
Nice.
yes. All right, that makes me happy. I have
right.
the spelling.
Anna Kate, are you going in completely alone, or would you like the +10 stealth and a spider on your shoulder?
I would always like a spider on my shoulder. That's
Okay.
just a given.
So you get to do all the fun, but Beryl will give you the +10.
If I need backup,
Yeah,
you know, you can
There.
pop out.
and she'll have the element of surprise for sure.
And you have the stealth bonus from Pass Without Trace.
Right.
You look at Titus and he's just kicking dirt on the ground.
Titus, we'll have you wait in the hallway. And then I
You
can
missed
call
some
you in.
really dark planning.
Oh man,
It
it
was
probably
pretty-
wouldn't have been the darkest planning I've heard in my games. Trust me.
All right.
Oh.
So, I'll just go ahead and spend the spell, but like it's up to indicate like how this is gonna go down and stuff. But like Beryl will be cast Pass Without Trace and then Wild Shape on Anna Kate's shoulder.
All right.
Okay.
By the way, if you look for gifts related to Recorder, there's 2 of them.
The fact that you look for those.
For what?
Reconnoiter.
Oh, reconnoiter.
Well, the stealthily invade is accurate, right?
Oh.
There's exactly 2.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a common word.
Well, I was actually just
All right.
amazed the word 2.
So, so this is an inn, is there a tavern?
Yeah, so you're going to the Forge's Fancy. I wasn't sure if everyone was back yet because it's only been 5 minutes.
Oh.
But yeah, you're basically heading over to the Forge's Fancy. I assume you're going in alone with Beryl, and you're going to try to kill the guy and then drop him in a bag, right?
Yes. Or if we can't kill him, get him into the portable hole.
Would
Like,
he fit in the bag, or would he have to go in the hole?
We completely. If we emptied a bag, like he. Well, I don't know.
The
The opening of
whole-
the bag is the challenge.
yeah, the hole would be safer because there's no weight limit.
Yeah, but you
Also,
need 10 feet of
the opening
space,
is much
10 by
larger.
10 foot.
That too, yeah.
Well, if
Yeah,
you're
but
sneaking in,
would there
if
be
he's
space in
passed
the room?
out, if he's passed out, you can sneak in, open the hole, like right next to his bed, and then just like
Just
roll him
dump
into
in
it
there.
in a single
Yeah.
action.
Just suffocate
That's what I
him.
was thinking. Yeah,
What a freaking rude awakening! Jesus Christ!
that was the plan.
In the
yes.
hole, just bury him
And
alive.
honestly, the fall itself might give him some bludgeoning damage.
Do you have a
Jesus.
bunch of stuff in this hole, or is it just like
Oh yeah, all of our
you're
coins
just
and
gonna
armor.
suffocate him in your
all
like
of the
treasure.
coins, bars, and
We
armor.
don't
all
want him
that
to get
stuff
you're
is
just
in
gonna
there.
suffocate
Wait, do we
him
want
in
him to
your
get
like
stabbed at all?
your what do you call
Portable
it?
Treasure vault.
Your like little treasury area. He's gonna be like throwing armor and coins around trying to get out. This did get
And
done.
they're all like high quality
Isn't it
stuff
like a
that a
10-foot
dwarf would
drop or
love.
something? Like when you roll them in.
Yeah.
If we need
it's,
him to take any like stab wounds, we can set up things so they're sticking pointing up. for when
portable
you roll 'em
spike
in.
pit.
No, it's all blunt. It needs to be all blunt. That's
Oh,
all
we're on
good.
blunt? Okay.
I feel like it would be more humane to
I
kill him
missed-
before you put him in the hole.
I did miss the first 45 minutes, so we're basically trying to frame a fire giant for the murder. Is that-
nobleman.
No, you're
a
yeah,
Dwargard
so-
nobleman.
there's a noble family called Kesbin who kind of rule this part of the city. Originally, they suggested you try to deal with him to get an item that they needed, a map. But I think it was, who was it? Zalafe who suggested framing him for doing some theft of the eye, and that would turn the giants against his house. And then the confusion, you were just going to steal the map that he had.
Okay.
But this particular thing is just like the Morden Church is just to make a distraction so the kings or the three kings could steal something key that they need for the heist. So you're just supposed to make a bunch of noise and attract giants here while you're stealing stuff.
So why does it need to be bludgeoning and fire damage?
Oh, they need the
Because he's gonna
dead
be a
guy
dead body.
to plant a note on to help frame the Kesbin. I think
Yeah,
the
the giant's
group.
gotta look like they killed him.
Yeah, I think the group is planning to leave the body at the church for the giants to find, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Well,
that's
I
why.
think the idea is to be like caught mid-action, right? And then, or not caught, but like seen so that
Yes.
they're.
Yeah, so
throwing shit at
they'll think that the Kesbin people tried to heist the church
Yeah.
Yep.
to just further
Oh, we
implicate
should be
them.
wearing disguises or look different. When
Yeah,
start
we
the
got
fight.
disguises. I thought.
Yeah.
And Did we get 'em?
Yeah, so Rando, I think, was gonna make you all look like dwarves,
Sweet.
which shouldn't be
Beryl
too
has a
hard.
Holocaust cloak.
Can you have a what?
A Holocaust cloak.
Oh,
The actual assault also won't take
Holocaust
that
cloak.
long. So
Holocaust cloak. Yes. That's
we can also use transform potions for the actual assault, and somebody can even
Oh.
look like this dwarf also.
yeah, that's true. Since the actual assault on the church is probably isn't going to take more than like 10 minutes, you could just use potions for that.
Yeah. So, but we don't. I think the kids are fine, but I think we could have at least one person as this actual dwarf.
I was
Oh.
just gonna
By
say,
fighters,
would
we'll see.
it be a good idea if I wore my ethereal plate and we dress it up to look like a dwarf, and then I can really fight with these guys, take a little bit of a beating, and then try to get away. And if I can get behind a corner or something, I can throw the body down and go poof into a ghost. Or one of you guys, we can just have the body planted around a corner. I'll start running, and then get out of sight, and then poof, and then they come around the corner, and I succumb to my wounds.
It could be pretty much. Well, I mean, we have many ways to teleport
Yeah.
people, so that's one way. Or we could just teleport anybody who wants to do the deed.
Yeah, it's likely you will end up killing most of the giants there, so they probably won't. Probably will just find the body and assume that someone was killed by the giants.
It probably depends
Oh,
what we want
alright.
to do. We could when we're seen.
But
presumably,
escaping
or we
is
could kill-
handy.
It depends what we want to get out of this. We can also try to steal stuff while we're there, and then once a witness might help us, but I don't think we need one.
True.
But it depends on how it goes, I guess.
Oh yeah, I guess. Do you guys have a escape plan, or are you just gonna fight your way out?
Could just run.
Just run.
Yeah, we should probably have a 2 points of meeting and just run away.
Are there shroom woods near the church?
There are a couple, not right near the church, but if you can get outside, you can get to a shroom
That
tree
can be
pretty
our
quick.
emergency out then. Beryl still has teleport for today.
So yeah, you
Okay,
just have to
but
get out of the.
Basically, disengaging and then going to go into the old sewers and go back to the hideout.
Yeah.
All right, so I think the 10 minutes has passed, so I think we're ready to go. Everyone's back, I assume.
Yes.
Or after we get the body, could I switch into my ethereal plate for the assault? Because it's kind of we're only pretending to be stealthy.
It takes an
But,
hour,
yeah.
doesn't it?
Takes 10 minutes. I
But-
thought.
Well, to
But,
attune
I mean,
or
we
to-
were planning this ahead of time. You would.
gotcha, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to tune before you go, you could say that you did that.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have to account. It's up to everybody else. I just want to know what's best because I can keep my mithril on to be stealthy, but if we're gonna go in there and be fighting, I think it might be, and we're not worried about stealth. It might be advantageous for me to disappear for a few
I
minutes
think
if I.
Anna Kate's the only one
Okay.
who has to be super stealthy for her first piece, and then I think for the second piece it might be better if you have your armor. But
Did he,
what do you guys?
Diddy would nod. She said, She said you should probably plan for fighting, not stealth.
All
I
right,
want to make
there we
sure.
go.
All right. So the group gets prepared and heads over. Anna Kate. So you're gonna
Yes.
try to sneak in undetected and go up to the room, right?
Yeah, so I guess I would try to sneak to. I mean, if there are people in the hallway, how unusual would it look for me to be walking in the hallways? Just
Well,
I'm not understanding why I would need to sneak prior to getting into the room itself.
Diddy would say, well, when they find the body, they might ask questions about
Oh, I
weird
see what you're
people
saying.
seen in the
Yes.
area. So
And
the less you're
but
seen,
I'm
the better.
disguised as a dwarf, right?
That's true. Yeah, I guess then as long as you can break into the room without being seen, it wouldn't be
Okay.
it wouldn't be too bad.
You could disguise yourself as him. We could have him doing multiple things.
Yeah.
Don't do
Jesus.
too much though.
All right. So I guess I guess you can just walk up there then, since you're
Yeah.
look like a
I would
dwarf right now.
walk up there and then just make sure that there's no one around when I go to pick the lock on the door.
All right. So you kind of case it for a moment, trying to quietly break in. So go ahead and give me a stealth check. As You
Yep.
try to first be quiet. At plus 15,
That-
that's pretty quiet.
That was the easy one.
Now a lockpick check, DC 13.
And this is where it gets harder.
I'll say 10 actually.
Oh,
'cause it's,
okay.
Or not.
Yeah.
That
all
it's
right.
really shitty lock.
So you open the door.
I'm not. Hang on. I'm not
and-
sure that's correct.
What?
Why am I getting? I feel like I got an extra +5 on that.
Well, it doesn't matter. Still 21.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you rolled a 16 plus.
Oh no. I'm sorry. I am proficient in thieves' tools. Yes, of course.
Yeah, you. So it's Dex and proficiency. So
Yep.
as you open the door, you would see the guy sitting there, and he just looks over at you. He says, "Who are you?" And he goes to grab for his blade. Give me an initiative roll.
Okay.
Stunning strike.
Oh.
Chop. 18.
Yep.
All right, so he only got a 12, so you get to act first as he's grabbing his blade.
Yeah, I will.
What do you want to do?
Did I bring the portable hull?
I assume you have it.
Yes.
And that's
your
an
time to
action.
ask that. Wait, do I have my
That-
portable hole?
That's an action to unfold it, or is it?
Yeah, it would be an action. He's just gonna start laying it out on the ground while he's grabbing.
Is
his
there
blade.
space? Is there space for it on the ground in the room?
I mean, yeah, I guess if you move the bed aside, there'd be enough space.
Oh, I'd have to. Okay, if I have to move the bed aside, then I'm not bothering with that yet.
Okay.
No, just throw the bed into the hole too. It's
I'm
fine.
closing the door behind me with
Okay.
my item
So
interaction.
you step in, closing the door quickly.
I hold my finger up to my lips, like, shh. I don't want anyone else to hear. I have something to tell you, and I'll wave him over, and
Give
I'm going to
me-
hold. I'm going to hold an action.
Give me a deception check. DC 13?
I'll
And
use
she's
my
This guy's a deep
inspiration on
dwarf,
this. one.
right?
She is, yeah. She
And-
looks like a deep dwarf. Right
and-
now.
In her defense, she is she has no weapons in her hand.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend.
All right,
an
I'll say
inspiration.
DC 10 on this then, because you're unarmed.
I'm still spending inspiration on this.
Okay.
Well. Of
Uh,
course.
Oh, thank. Well, I mean that could have been bad the other way.
So he looks at you curiously. Are you a man or a woman in your disguise?
I
It would have
am
been
a
up to
woman.
you. Okay.
A woman. Yes.
He kind of stares at you a moment as if sizing you up a little. He says, "Secret? What secret? Who are you?"
I'm holding an.
He's still
unarmed strike.
holding his blade. Now he has his hand around his blade. For his turn, he looks like he's kind of readying an attack as well. But yeah, he says, "Who sent you? What secret do you have? How'd you get my room key?" As he just throws a bunch of questions out.
I am an emissary from the insert name of noble family here.
Kesben?
Thank you. They have a special opportunity for you.
Give me another deception check. I'll say DC 11. He's a little suspicious. Okay.
Oh shit!
I have
Jesus.
never been
That's
more
advisor.
deceptive than I am right now.
He says, Lord Kesben has an opportunity. What's that?
An opportunity is something that you can take advantage of.
He says, don't be a wise ass. What's the opportunity, woman?
It's in the hole.
Woman. He didn't just call me woman. How far away is he from me?
He's like 10 feet.
It's
He's like basically
when-
on the other side of the room.
when he calls me woman. I say it's an opportunity to get your ass kicked, and I will dodge as a bonus action and run right at him to attack him.
All right. So he had his weapon strike ready, but he would have disadvantage because you're dodging.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20 or nat 1? All right, nat 1 then.
I'll take the nat one.
So you duck under a swing that would have been very dangerous. As you come underneath, I assume striking him.
Yes. So
In the nuts.
I'm
Right
wearing.
in the
Hang
nuts.
on, let me make sure. Yes, I'm wearing the gloves of the Undertaker here. So
Oh, Neil's gloves. Nice.
23. Yes.
All right, so yeah, right in the solar plexus. Oh. He
I will
is
try to
struck.
stun him.
All right. Well, you certainly stun him, as 13 would be enough to break his neck,
Oh shit!
because he only had 13 hit points.
Oh, okay.
We're so used to fighting giants.
So used to fighting like 400 hit points. These normal people have like 12.
Like beating up demigods and gods.
Alright, so yeah, maybe like you do like an uppercut and just punch him in the throat. It's like
We thought about
necrotic
this way too
energy.
hard.
Back a little bit,
He
Anarchy.
just
Right.
falls over dead.
Could have given a paper cut and taken care of this.
Set a house count on him. Go get him, Spots.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, he is laying on the floor.
Okay.
He is,
I'm like, oh,
yeah,
damn.
he's down.
All right. I will
There's a loud
make,
thud
make
as his
room
body
for
hits the floor.
I will quickly make room to unfold the portable hole and roll him into it.
Alright, so you kind of push the bed aside. Are you trying to be stealthy right now?
If I think someone would have heard any of the noise, yes.
Give me a stealth check. Okay, so you are being cautious as you kind of move things aside to open the portable hole. Luckily, you're very quiet, so you don't think you're attracting attention. And carefully lower his body down into the bunch of weapons, coins, and armor in there.
To the vault.
Into your stash.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, you have successfully gotten your body.
All right. I'll fold it back up and just kind of like adjust my clothing and myself, like look in a mirror and fix my hair, and then whisper
That's more
to
possible.
Beryl on my shoulder. I'd say that was pretty easy. And then
Oh,
Listen.
you bastard!
listen at the door before I open it slightly to peer out into the hallway, make sure I'm not walking right into it.
You do hear some footsteps near the door.
Oh, okay. I will hold the door closed and wait until it's quiet.
Make snoring sounds.
Make what? Oh, snoring sound. But yeah, it sounds like someone is maybe like waiting outside the door as if they're curious, like what's going on. A moment later, you would hear a knock, and someone says, Bork, are you okay in there? I heard a bang.
I'm
busy.
gonna open the door slightly and stick my head out and go, yes, we are banging in here, and close the door.
Give
And
me
lock
a
it.
give me a deception check. I'll say DC 8. Do you want to do a reroll, or are you gonna take the 7?
You know, I'm gonna take the 7.
All right. So there's another knock, and
Like,
you hear a
never
voice
gets
say, "Bork, and who are you? Is Bork in there? I want to talk to him."
All right, I'm gonna
Is there a
open the
window?
door.
Is there a window?
There are gonna be two bodies.
I mean,
Uh,
it works.
I am going to go invisible
Okay. How are you turning invisible? Oh, the sword
with
ability.
Shadow Strider. Yep.
All right. So you would fade away.
Beryl, make sure she's in a pocket.
Oh, good point. No,
She-
you know what?
yeah,
I
no.
will not go invisible. I will
No,
not
no.
go
As
invisible.
soon as they show up, Beryl will like move down from your shoulder into your like breast pocket or
So
something.
unfortunately, I don't think invisibility would affect you, even if you're in his pocket. It only
Even
makes
if I'm in
his.
his pocket.
Uh,
Oh,
You'd be-
okay.
you'd
It
be a
doesn't
flying
affect other
creature.
You'd be a flying
creatures. You're
Can
not
I,
Yeah,
conscious.
can I
so-
jump to a wall and just skitter away on my own?
Yeah,
that
you
Anthony-
could.
Well,
You
hold
could
on
try
a
to do
second.
that. Yeah.
And
It's-
Anna Kate's gonna make the decision first before we.
Well, I
Yeah.
was gonna say, if is there a window in this room?
There is. Yeah, there's a window looking out over the cave and the street.
Shadow.
All right, I'm going to use the Cape of the Mountebank instead,
Oh.
and just teleport down to the ground. outside.
So as the banging on the door continues, you kind of look out the window, and there is an alley below with all your companions waiting for you. So you kind of just flip, and you are now down there.
Say, yeah, I got it, but I might have been detected right at the end. There's someone trying to get into the room now, so.
Oh, well, we should go then,
alright.
Diddy says.
Yes.
All right.
Ask questions.
So you quickly head north through the city. Your disguise is kind of keeping you from detection. As you get outside the church, she says, all right, I just have to go north and meet up with Brando. So give us about an hour and then start.
Thumbs up.
All right.
Roger.
She says you might want to case the place a little and figure out how you're going to enter if you don't want to come in through the front door. I think there are a couple of windows, so I'll leave that up to you, though. And yeah, she's going to take off. So yeah, what do you want to do? You're standing kind of out in the street here, a little bit off to the side. There's some homes in the area, and then there's this massive church kind of built into the wall of this enormous cave. And you would see a couple of shroomwood trees in the front of the church. So the closest one is about 20 feet from the front door. It looks like there are not windows per se, but like smaller looking arrow slits on the sides of the building. Almost like this was a fort at some time, which would go along with how Moradin's churches are usually both places of worship and sometimes keeps themselves.
How? I mean, it's a Giants building. Is it one story or multiple stories?
So yeah, this church is very large. You don't think it was initially built for giants, but it would fit them inside, or at least the door would allow them to get through. It looks like it is one story, but kind of like a Gothic church. It probably has very high ceilings inside because it's a taller structure.
Right. And it's for giants, so.
Yeah, it was built for dwarves, but you imagine the giants are inside of it, so it probably has a large interior.
If we spend an hour, like walking around observing, can we get an idea of what the exterior looks like?
Yeah. Do you have a way of checking out the interior?
Yes, maybe. I was gonna have a familiar go look, but my skittish owl, poor bastard.
So the exterior is mostly, it's not necessarily a big square, but it is kind of square-shaped building. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 windows, which, like I said, are more like, they're not really windows you could climb through, more like kind of cross, like there's like a cross window that you could fire arrows from, if that makes any sense, more like arrow slits. Though it would give you line of sight into the building if you could look through them. They are about 15 to 20-ish feet off of the ground. And of course there's the entrance, which is a very large front door, or front double door. There's a large symbol of Moradin. There's a bunch of smoke coming from this place. As you imagine, they're doing a bunch of forging inside. And there's the roof area, which you can't really get to. It's about 30, 40-ish feet up.
Okay. Can I send my familiar to one, swoop up to the roof, and then swoop and take a look through the window?
Okay. You're familiar, it's a, what, owl?
It's an owl.
Yeah, it could actually probably fit through the window. So here.
Where did he go? Oh, there he is.
I'll use the party token since you can kind of describe what you see. So your familiar kind of flies up, trying to stay out of view, as an owl is still a little conspicuous. They're not necessarily common down here. But luckily, it's not too well lit up there. Most of the light stones are near the ground. So it flies through the first window. Oh, wait. Alright, yeah, it flies through the first window. Give me a stealth roll for your owl. There's a big giant in here.
9. Wait,
Alright.
hold on. It's yeah. Oh, never mind. Yeah.
So, the giant looks like he is stacking some crates. He kind of looks up curiously. Doesn't seem to care much about the little bird flying around up there. What are you going to have your familiar do? This is basically like a window on the southeast side of the building.
I'm going to have my owl grab some straw from one of the boxes they stacking, and then hop back over to the window and fly up to the roof.
All right, so he looks around for a moment, sees there is a crate that's open with some straw, grabs some and flies back out. You say you're going to have him go up to the roof next?
Yep.
Okay. So you go up to the roof, and it does look like there is like an area up here you can walk on. Like there's a floor up here and like some kind of guardrails near the edges. In the middle of the roof, there is a door which is closed. Does not look like you can get through it as the owl.
Gotcha. All right. Then I will stuff the straw in a corner near the guardrail and go and look in a different window.
All right. So the bird flies down and into the next room. Which is actually right next to the room you were just in. Looks like there are some smaller tables in here, possibly something that dwarves might use, as these are way too small for giants. You would see a massive door to the north. It almost looks like a vault door, and two large double doors to the west, both of which are closed. You would also you can't hear through the bird, right?
Yes, I can receive through the bird.
You can hear what it hears?
Yeah, I can see what it sees, hear what it hears, smell what
Okay.
it smells.
So you would...
What? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy.
I thought it was
let
just
me-
C.
Let me
Within
pull the
100
familiar
feet, you
spell.
can. Yeah, I think it's all its senses, but only within 100 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to give up, like you are blind and deaf and dumb to your own senses while you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
assuming you guys are
I
keeping
mean,
me alive.
you can you could say you're within 100 feet of it right now pretty easily.
Alright.
But I am curious about the hear
Yeah,
thing.
you can see what you're familiar with your eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
All right, so you would hear what sounds like a bunch of hammering, and you would feel like there's a lot of warmth in here. So it does sound like something is being maybe smithed somewhere else in this place.
Okay. We only saw one entrance into this place, other than the one on the roof, the front door. Like there's
Yeah,
not.
so there was the front entrance you saw so far. Oh, and you also saw like a smokestack on the roof. So there's a bunch of smoke coming out of the roof as well, like a chimney.
Okay. I will relay this to the group. What do you think we should do?
There are two more windows.
I will go to the next window. There we go.
Okay. Alright, so you fly around the back of the building. You don't see any doors back there. And then come in through the window on the north area here. Give me another stealth
Immediately
check.
duck out. Immediately duck out. Like it'll be like, oh, too hot.
Well, give me another stealth check.
Well,
Ooh. All right, so yeah, you kind of come in through the window here, and you would see a bunch of giants smithing, and another one over here that isn't as well armored, but you would notice like his hands are wreathed in flame, though he's not being burned by it. The giants would definitely see the owl. One of them says something in giant as the other one starts moving towards you. Give me an initiative roll. For the owl.
I don't get a surprise attack.
Alright, well, yeah, as it's kind of coming over towards you, you just quickly fly out the window. Woo. Vanishing from the
All right,
area.
and then I'm gonna beeline it to the last window.
Okay. So you fly south.
For the winter.
Around the western end of the building. Flying into the window, it looks like this is another storage room. Though there's no giants in this one.
Alright, I will have the owl duck behind the barrel, and then I will recall it.
Alright, which is the recall ability?
I uncall it, and it
Dimensional
just
pocket.
goes into a pocket. Yeah. Takes an action.
Alright, let me... Sorry, I'm just reading the spell to see what it says.
As an action, while it disappears. But yeah. As an action, you can temporarily dismiss your familiar. It disappears into a pocket dimension where it awaits your summons. So.
Okay. I guess it doesn't have a range on that, so sure, you poof the owl out. Okay.
All right. So that's, and I'll give a report about what I saw. I mean, like, so if do we wish to just kill everyone in the building? That was the plan, right?
I think we could attempt to steal some things for ourselves, and then, if we're caught, kill a few and then leave. I don't know if we want to kill them all. I think having witnesses might make our ruse more reliable.
Are we pretending to be
Ming.
dwarfs during this too?
Yes, but
Yes.
I think so. Somebody should be the dwarf in the hole. Got a potion.
Well, there you go.
Well, we knew his identity in advance. We knew who our target was. So I'm
Yes.
assuming that when they were doing the disguises, that they
Um,
did someone.
If no one's already done it, though, I mean,
and
I
real
wouldn't-
quick, sorry, just to give you an idea of where the entrance is or in the front. It would be over here.
Where?
Oh, sorry, I put it on the wrong layer. It would be over here. This
Oh,
is the front
okay.
door.
I think we should at least make it look like a robber.
yeah, if someone hasn't already disguised himself as the guy we just killed, I would like to change to that since I've been seen in my disguise.
I'll hand you a potion, and I think they can like redisguise in the outfit, and I'll hand you
Right.
transform
The-
potion to.
The next question
let's
is,
get
if we are
that.
going to, if we are running this as a heist, and all of that, should we come in through the roof, the unexpected direction, or should we burst in the front door? See, that's the reason why I was asking. It's
I
like,
think we should make it look like a theft and not burst through, and because I don't think the dwarves would. So
okay,
pretend
so
this
we
is
need to get to the
a
roof.
heist.
So we need to get to the roof. Okay, that works.
Climb or teleport, I can poop people up there.
I mean, we can.
I can fly.
How do we want to do this, boys?
Well, I can just keep myself flying, and then I can port people
Yeah,
up.
and Beryl is still tiny. I
can
won't
fly
drop
up.
the form until we're ready, so that makes it easier for her to just ride Anna, Kate.
Can carry
That's-
somebody while I fly.
We'll just
Um,
blast.
Yeah, can you carry me? I guess you could. You're pretty buff.
Well, if
I,
there's
I
nobody
pick up
looking,
Vlad like my bride.
you can just pick us all up.
This reminds me of my wedding day, actually. But anyway,
Is there any threat of people seeing us? Like, is there like a wall nearby?
So this is kind of out in the open. So yeah, climbing up to the roof, you might be spotted. Not like there's not a ton of people in the area, but there are like dwarves using the streets every now and then, just walking.
We are
past.
acting like we are the henchmen of a dwarf lord who is known for collecting interesting magic items. So maybe it isn't so weird that we're flying and doing all kinds of weird things.
It's possible.
Do
yeah.
we want? The question is, do we? Well, I guess having people see us might be good. Because otherwise,
I want to. I want
could-
this
on
to at
the-
least not to be completely like oblivious about it. I mean, that
like,
would be.
Could invisible fly up and then teleport us all up?
Yeah, but that would take a lot of
Into
of
what?
effort.
It takes a potion.
Oh, well, there's
So-
that. Never mind. So,
it would only take a invis spell from me.
and this spell, and then you can get us all up there. Oh, well
Yes.
then.
I assume
yeah, that
he'd
sounds
use
like waste.
the what's it called? The what's that teleport one you use?
Vortex
The
warp, yeah.
bump
Yeah.
stick.
So
As
you'd
long
have
as
to
it's
use
90 feet, yeah.
yeah, you'd have to use like 6 charges of it, but yeah, you could or 5
Yes.
charges. But he could get you all up there.
Beryl can ride on his shoulder up there.
Spider.
He has to get.
That's true. So it'd be
Yeah.
4 charges.
What's the? So
Uh,
we can definitely do it easily if that's what we want to do.
1, 2, 3, 4. You have to use 4 charges. Yeah, 4 charges.
how many do you have? Like 10 or something?
10 total.
Yeah.
10 every day.
Why go to the roof then? If you can, we're just gonna teleport in. Why not just get a good angle on a window and go in
Well,
there?
I have to be able to see you from it and do it. Yes. So yeah. So yes, I could also be at the window and then teleport people to me also.
Although I don't think you can vortex warp yourself through the window, right?
No, but I can
No.
fly myself there.
Oh, but the window would not be big enough for you to fit in. That would be the only problem.
Oh, wait. So what? These aren't
Yeah.
windows.
These are more
Or are they
like
a-
they're more
Oh,
like
okay.
arrow slits, so you
Okay.
can see through them. But like, yeah, you have to be small to get through them.
How are we gonna get in through the roof
Oh.
then?
Well,
There's
there's
a
a
door,
door.
That's
on
fine.
the roof.
I mean, it also
Oh,
works. So
sorry.
can Beryl get through the window?
Yes, Beryl could get
Okay.
through the window.
So do we want to roof or window? Both possible.
Roof.
What do y'all want?
I say roof. Roof.
Okay. It involves less shenanigans, so it sounds good.
And Trey knows why I want to go to the roof. So
You always want to go to the roof.
all right,
'Cause
so
I can-
you go ahead.
Yeah. All good. So yeah. So how long does this last? I haven't used it yet. There we go. Okay. So I will cast visibility on myself.
Okay.
And I will drink a potion of flight, gain a very slow flight speed, and fly to the roof.
All right, so you chant casting invisibility as you vanish, flying up to the roof. There are a bunch of people in the square, but obviously none of them see you because you're invisible. And once you get up there, you kind of look down where your parties duck down and start teleporting them up here.
Yes, so it takes 4 charges, right? And I'm still invisible.
All right.
Because
So
shenanigans.
Are people
So-
noticing as we teleport one at a time?
Well, I think we're hiding.
give me
Maybe.
stealth checks in the like area where you are.
It's not the worst thing if people see.
No.
I was asking because I'm gonna not so quietly throw an accent on me like Hartman for husband.
All right. So yeah, maybe a couple people
Oh,
now are like,
we
wait,
got-
what's going on? And it's
Great.
like,
I'm sorry. That's a plus 10. So yeah.
oh, okay. So 16. Go ahead, give me 2 more rolls. Thorothi and who's the last one? Titus? Yeah.
Titus.
I have disadvantage now. I am in my heavier armor.
Wah,
Yep.
wah.
There we go.
And Thorothi.
Not bad.
This can't go poorly.
There's no way. I think you have a pretty good stealth, though, don't you? Yeah. you're
Jesus.
Pretty good. So. Actually,
I'm like, man, I'm rolling like 6s. I got like a plus
Oh,
1 to stealth. I'm
uh,
like,
I mean, and if
So-
it's been less than an
I've got
hour,
plus-
then we have passed without trace up still too.
no, no, he knows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll let him.
Sorry, I missed that.
I've got a plus 6 to stealth.
yeah, so
Funnily enough.
you're pretty good with that.
Yeah, not bad.
So at this point, I think the pass without trace is gone because you had to go from the inn up here, and you've been doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
So
So yeah, 6 is
there might
6
be
is the
a couple of people who are looking over where Vlad just was, like, wait, what just happened? But they don't actually see where you went because you teleported. But
Gotcha.
you're all up on the roof now.
If
Kinda looking
Anikate
down.
drank the transform potion, we gain 12 temp points.
Okay.
Sweet. Thank you.
So Anna Kate now looks
I
like the
gained
guy. Yeah, so you are on the roof where this door is. What are you gonna do?
Go to the door.
Alright, so the door does appear to be locked.
I will turn to. Actually, I look between Zalafwe and Endicate, and I'll be like, which one of you does doors?
I can.
Alright, so you're
I'll,
attempting to pick it.
Yes.
Alright, this is actually a better lock than you're used to. DC 15.
Of course.
And is this on Dex?
Yeah, you can use Dex or Int, I'll say, for
Okay.
this.
Oh, I can use int. Okay, so I'll use int. And this is plus 5.
Okay,
Oh, well. Okay.
without the
It goes
plus
plus
10.
10, but yes, it's still 34 though.
So yeah, you
Cosmetics.
pick the lock. There is a clicking noise as it opens into a very narrow spiral stairway going down. Looks like it goes down about 30 or so feet, and there's another door at the bottom. It's enclosed, so you can't see where it goes out into. Like
Is
it's
it also
not.
locked?
Alright, so you're going down the stairs.
Yes.
Alright, who's going down first? It's very narrow, so you can't go side by side.
Endicate.
I guess I'll go
Alright.
second because we'll have to get to the door.
So, as you're going down the stairs, I'll say Beryl, Thorothi, and Zalafe. You think you hear large footsteps on the other side of the door down here. This might go out into the main room. Basically, on the map, you'd be somewhere over here.
Not the forge room?
No, somewhere south of the forge room.
Okay. If I listen carefully at the door, can I determine how many?
Sure, give me an active perception.
Let's see.
That will give him guidance.
That will make some noise.
I will not give him guidance.
They're like about to cast, like, yeah.
15. I'll flash that just to get to 20.
All right. You think you hear 4 large creatures moving around in the area nearby.
There are many giants. 4 of them, potentially, beyond this door. Is this where we mess it up and start fighting?
No, let's get to the office first, and then screw up. I think that's the best.
But, I mean, well, so do we want to go back up and through a window? Because this is gonna open up. Or should we attempt to open up and
Wait.
see if we can sneak out?
Why don't we give it like a minute and then go through? Like literally just 1 minute.
Just wait for the giants to maybe leave the area.
We'll see if they do.
All right. So.
I mean, we have a clock ticking, so we're kind of.
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
So
oh.
you are waiting a moment. You do hear a couple of doors open and close, but you still think there might be 1 or 2 out there.
There's definitely less. Shall we?
All right. Sounds like a plan. Wait. Do we have
Why don't
room
we
to
go-
get the body out?
Well, we can
Not
do that
in
after-
here.
We can do that during or afterwards? Or as we flee?
Yeah, true. We should have done it on the roof. I kind of forgot. But yeah,
Just so we know, who's going to be doing the whole thing?
that would be. And the Kate has the hole.
Anna Kate, okay. So Anna
She's
Kate is on whole
on
body
body
duty.
detail.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
gonna inch my way to the front here so people will let me pass. Because if we're going into this,
Well, first let's open the. You can get closer, but yes. So
So this door is locked as well.
I'll
So you
try
can...
to pick it.
Okay.
Okay, that's up. That's up.
it's time to get in characters, guys. We
You
gotta
trying to be
forced.
stealthy pick or just picking it?
Yeah, I'm stealthy.
All right. So stealth check.
Let's see, so this is the thieves' tools is a 20.
And stealth tech.
Stealth. Is 13
13. What's the extra 5 for?
plus 10. Expertise.
Oh, there's no pass without trace anymore.
Oh, there isn't.
No,
oh,
there
I thought,
isn't.
okay. Did we redo it? Did we like?
Unless Beryl wanted to redo it on the way in.
That's stealth for
I mean,
everybody.
if you asked her to,
She'd-
she would.
she'd
But
have to-
she would have to drop spider form. So for now, she's just riding along until she's needed.
All right. So you get the door open. I'll say you weren't as quiet as you would have liked.
I thought we were still stealthy. Okay.
So as you step out, I assume you're coming out quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just have you all get out just to make this not too painful. There is a giant who is kind of walking over towards where he heard the noise. Give me initiative rolls.
Did we come out of a?
You came out the
Come out
side
of-
here.
Oh,
The side of
We're
the
not on
statue.
the. We're not on the map right now, right?
I'm slowly
You are.
pulling you all on.
Okay.
Did I get everyone? Who am I missing? Kate?
Yeah.
Alright. It is lit up, right? You guys can see?
I can now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, as you guys are coming out, this guy was kind of walking towards the door. He's like, "Arr," as you all come rushing out. Give me initiative rolls.
Again, or
Oh, if you already rolled them, that's fine.
I can do it again.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's my-
I did it pre. I thought you were about to say it. To be honest, I clicked it.
it works. It works.
Wait, why is the initiative?
like
tracker
my
not
initiative roll
popping-
best.
Popping up. Oh, there it is. All right, is everyone on there?
And then for next episode.
Oh shit, you're right. It's already almost 8:30. Jesus. All right.
Where's Beryl?
Forget everybody. We got to be in character with dwarves.
Like curse and dwarven.
All right. So it's like
Beryl's
everyone's
bigger, apparently.
everyone's on there. Yeah, Beryl, you'd be the first to act. As this giant's kind of like, huh? And he would say something in giant, pointing his large sword at all of you. Not in necessarily an aggressive like charge yet, which is kind of surprising.
What does he say?
All right, you can speak. He would say. Sorry, if this is my thing here. He would say. Why is this all closed? House Kesbin, what are you doing here?
Perfect.
He recognized you.
So
You guys also have the attire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have the
this
symbols.
statue.
It's a big angelic statue.
If I was
So it takes
to,
up the whole hall there.
if the spider was to jump onto the statue and scurry up high on it, would there be a spot somewhere high that Beryl could stand and sling spells if she reverted to kobold form?
Ooh, I mean, you could attempt an athletics to like kind of cling on to like a shoulder or something, but there's nothing like a little platform
No.
up there.
No,
You'd have to be
athletics is
climbing.
not a good idea for Beryl.
Yeah, unless you had spider climb.
I mean, I think I do.
So as
but,
long
like,
as you were in spider form, it
No,
would be
and
easy. But
Beryl
right, but I
form.
can't do anything from up there when I'm a spider. So I was gonna revert to Beryl once I got up there. Okay.
yeah,
All right. I guess I will jump off on Kate's shoulder. What is this here?
that is a large pillar helping to kind of hold up the
Oh.
the room.
Is there any room behind it or beside it?
Wait, is that a pillar? What are those?
I don't know
things?
what that is. Is that
Big
like
ass
giant
pillar.
table? Is that a giant table? Like, is it?
No, I don't think it's a table. Because, like I said, this place wasn't actually meant for giants. I forget what those are. Let's say those are pillars, just to make it easier. This looks like a giant place of worship, basically.
All right, but can I get in here?
As a tiny
think it's-
spider, you could.
Oh,
if
but
you
not
were,
as Beryl.
If you were Beryl, you'd be squeezing back there, at least for combat.
Oh.
All right. Spider's gonna jump off Anna Kate and come over this way.
That's
And
Can we
Right.
talk when it's isn't our turn?
Yeah, you can say something now if you want.
Let's see what,
You would hear another voice actually over here. Over here in Giant, say, "Who's there?" and more footsteps. And Beryl, so she skitters along the bottom of the statue. Titus, are you done, Beryl?
Is there... oh, no, that was just movement. But is there any place for me to take cover back here, or would I be exposed when I become kobold?
Well, these wings take up the whole area, so you can't see past them.
Yeah, that's why I can't. Okay, so they can't see me if I can't see them.
Yeah.
And did we disguise Beryl before she took spider form, and would she still have the disguise on when she
I would
drops?
just- Yeah, I would assume
I
so.
assume so. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I was just making sure. We were planning ahead, so I assume we did. But okay, all right. Then I will drop spider form, but I'm gonna stay here behind this wing until this party gets going.
right,
I'm
give
just
me-
gonna dodge.
Give me a. Give me. I assume you're gonna stealth
Actually,
as
I'm
well.
gonna action dodge, bonus action hide. How about that?
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Wait, bonus action was dropping wild shape, so never mind. I'm gonna
Alright.
dodge.
So you're just dodging. All right. Titus, what are you doing? And yes, you can talk
I-
out of turn at this
More
point.
to this.
I think I
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
you
No,
know-
then I
but
would
you
give
know
my
giants-
friends.
just wait.
Yeah, I give my friends a half second to talk here, but
So you kind of.
I really thought we were coming down here to get hot and heavy. So
You kind of put
so
your hand back, like
I
ready
intend
if you
to.
need
Well, I
to get your weapon.
I don't want to totally give up my turn here. I'm trying. You said they could talk out of turn, so I'm giving people.
Yeah, well, my thought was to wait till
Chance
after its
right
turn,
now.
and then we could all beat it up without it ever getting a turn.
I
That was my
mean,
intent.
you so you could. The problem is, like, if you want to ready an attack, you'd have to draw your weapon, which they could interpret as you being hostile. So it's up to you if you want to get your weapon out or if you're gonna give some time to your people to talk. You know.
You're allowed to go out of turn right now. That's all I'm gonna say. If I'm gonna do what I'm gonna
What?
do.
You can
That's
talk
what
yeah.
you
out.
just
Well, you
said.
can talk out of turn. You can't act out of turn.
That's what I mean. You said they could talk out of turn. So
Yes.
if someone talks,
So yeah, I guess is anyone saying anything?
I was going to whisper to you to wait a second, and then this guy still does not look hostile, right?
The giant so far has not drawn his weapon. He's looking over at you very suspiciously, as yeah, you probably just came out of a place he was not expecting.
So I'll whisper to you to wait. That's all I say. If you attack him, it's all fine because we're still gonna fight these guys. But I'm not gonna talk yet.
You guys are my friends, though.
All right, so
I'll
you don't
wait.
say anything
Just
back
wanted
just
to
yet.
wait.
Not yet.
All right, so yeah, Titus, what are you
Wait.
gonna do?
I just wait.
All right, so you wait. Your weapon is still away. Maybe just dodge for now. Thorothi.
Yeah.
Thorothi said the same. He's going to basically hold his hands up, kind of not in a threatening gesture, but just kind of rubbing his fingers together, and he'll dodge.
All right, so you're just waiting to see what
Back up.
happens. You would hear footsteps as a large second fire giant comes into view.
Okay, there's that guy. Okay.
And he would actually draw his sword and say, "Who are you people?" Again in giant, so I think only one of you understands.
Yeah.
He readies an action as he walks over towards Thorothi.
Okay.
2 of us.
Or 2 of you, yeah. Anna Kate.
At this
that
point,
in
I
my
think
range?
I'll just I'll say I think I'll like curse in Dwarven, and then in Giant
Oh,
I'll
I'm
say
done that.
we're the cleaning crew. We were sent.
Very heavily armored cleaning crew. We're just the janitors, man.
Maybe our guys are not so armored.
It's not meant to be a good deception.
Yeah, give me a deception check. I'll say DC
Let's see.
15.
And he gets a nat
Let's
20.
see.
Do it. Do
How
it.
good am I? It's possible.
Oh, no.
Alright.
15? Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Uh,
I'll do it.
so
So I'll,
here, go ahead.
I'll pass it. Give me a second. I'll
you're gonna do another
yeah.
flash.
We can stall them.
All right.
We stall them past their turns, then beat them up.
So he definitely eyes you even more suspiciously, looking at all your weapons and armor, looking at like where you came from. Anna Kate, what are you doing?
I can hold an unarmed strike without drawing a weapon.
Yes, one of
so-
the nice thing about unarmed is you don't even have to look like you're going to attack.
So I'll just step over here and just kind of like seem nonchalant if possible, and ready and
Casual.
attack
Walk
If-
casual.
if he gets within my reach.
Alright.
I will attack him.
So you're readying Zalafe for your action.
My action, I'll grapple Thorothi and push him behind me.
All right, so you kind of grab Thorothi. Thorothi, are you going to resist this?
Do you want to resist?
Suddenly,
I just go, what the hell? And looking at the giant that's drawn his sword, go, probably not, and kind of lean and go away.
I'll sort of like put him back here.
All right, so you kind of just grab him and
Yeah.
move him back
Just want-
here.
Yeah, rather than not get smushed.
Yeah, so that was your attack, or at least one of them. Anything else?
Bonus? No. I was saying, in Giant, I guess. Yeah, they sent us to go clean the chutes and the flues. Yes?
Give me another deception roll, DC 20 this time.
Okay.
'Cause
What?
you're,
Do it. 20.
they're getting, they're a little suspicious still.
20.
You're gonna use your another.
Oh, I did get it again.
Yeah,
It's now my turn.
it's a new turn, so you have it again.
Shh.
Although you're running low at this point, I assume. This is
Yeah,
like your
it's the
fourth
third
or fifth
This is my third.
or third.
Really
Yeah.
5.
Third.
Yeah. I'll do it. Yeah, I want to see what happens. I want to see how dumb they are. so let's do it again.
All right.
I also kind of
so-
want to let. Let's see.
Yeah. Anything else?
That is it.
Alright,
put my
so
hands up.
mark your reaction that you used it. This guy kind of looks at you, narrows his eyes, but he says, "You guys are quiet. We didn't even hear you come in. When did you come? When did you come through the door?"
We're the.
And this guy would say, "Wait, the Kesbin aren't janitors."
Is
Are
there
they?
a day involved? Is this like day or night?
Right now, it is still early in the day.
Early in the day. We're the team they send out for special jobs. You know, the important ones.
All right. So they're still unsure. I'm gonna go to Vlad. What's Vlad doing? They seem like they're buying it a little bit more now, though.
So I think to a whisper kind of whisper.
No, actually, we have the
right.
we have the murmur, so
You
we
do,
can
right?
meta this a little bit.
So I think I'll at least murmur to, I guess it's at least me and Beryl, right? No, it's
Yeah.
Vlad.
It was me,
Beryl
you,
has
me,
one
you,
now?
and Beryl. Yeah, me, you,
Right.
and Beryl.
Okay, I'll at least whisper on the thing to just like at least get positioned so you're safe. That's all I'm saying. Like, get ready for a fight, but don't stand up here if you can.
I'm fine right here. We can go right now. Should I go?
What do you mean? Well, they could step up and hit you. That's what I'm saying.
No matter where I am, they're going to hit me. Should I attack?
You could go to.
I think he means you could step back a little so they don't just take 2 steps
Yeah,
forward
that's
and
what-
slash you.
Yes.
But you know,
No, no, literally, I can run around. I can run around the statue. It's fine. Do you want me to
Yeah.
go?
Yes, I just wanted to make sure we're not here when we start. You might as well. We have 3 turns before the one.
all right. So if you're
That's
gonna
what we do.
blast
I'll say,
here, that's
sure.
fine. But why don't we stop here?
Yes.
And start the battle next time because we're already a little over. So
Now's
let's.
a good time to blast.
Yeah, we can say next time we'll start with Vlad a blasting. Why don't we do MVP votes though? And I started blasting.
I'm excited about this, especially because we got to pretend to be dwarfs. Me and Titus are stoked.
I think I just need Thorothi. Oh, there it is. Oh wow! So pretty unanimous with 4 votes. Zalafe, you are the MVP.
Yay.
Your utility
Thank
pays off. So yeah, you gain inspiration.
Do little small things. Okay.
Good job, everyone. Sorry if it was a little slow at the beginning as we were kind of RPing
It's
and
high.
planning it out.
I said a lot of RP and planning. So
I
Thoroughly
was
enjoyed
voting for
this.
Anna Kate for murder.
Yeah,
So,
I would have voted for Anna.
I like that we all nominated
I
Anna
like
Titus for murder.
I like the murder part. It was yeah, it was heavily Anna Kate and Zala.
Okay.
But yeah, we can start this this fighting next time. Should be a lot of action next game as you are just trying to blast through a bunch of giants. But yeah, I'm gonna take
Start
notes.
Blast in.
I'm gonna take some notes. Otherwise, yeah, you guys are free to hang out or take off, whatever you want.
All right, thank you. Well,
Can't
I've
wait to
got some stuff on this afternoon. I'll catch you next time.
Hey,
Alright, see ya then.
Thorothi.
Thanks, Lou. Good night, everybody.
Oh, sorry. Good night.
Yes.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, I know, like, in the very first session, you in character asked about like what we knew of the Shadow Lords, and we were like, oh my gosh, there's so much lore, let's do it in RP channel, and then we didn't for like weeks. So that's why I did like a lore dump today, because I'd been meaning to like give you some info in the RP channel before. If it's too much, then just ignore it. But like if you wanted like some info, I tried to like summarize. It's just the game's been going for a little while, so there's a bit of lore to dump. But it's up to you how much you want to like take in.
Oh yes, thanks. I'll have a read through of it when I've got a chance.
Yeah, take your time whenever.
Hey,
Thank you.
does everybody think that angel statue is huge size?
It is huge, yeah.
size?
To
Yeah,
animate.
I mean, I never get this chance, you know? It's like I'm really concerned. Like, should I?
Barrel's gonna be like, where'd my cover
Oh.
go?
You mean, well, it's also attached to the floor and ceiling because you know the stairwell's going through it.
Oh,
Wait,
well, that makes it less.
what are you
I
gonna
wish
do?
we had a bard of
Understand.
a creation bard that could make
Oh,
that
yeah.
angel come to life.
Though,
Oh, animate object. Jesus.
let's see.
I don't know if there's
Yeah,
a size limit on that, but
I mean, maybe
I mean,
we do
I
like
don't know-
a
I don't know how that
Ghostbusters
functions.
Statue of Liberty thing, or like,
Yeah, that's kind of what it
Yeah.
is.
I mean, you would destroy your exit to the roof, but you could
I can
maybe.
tell you, Vlad. I will wedding carry you 100% if you make that statue come alive.
Yeah, it's
I will.
it also make me have to figure out how to edit the map because I don't think that was part. A bunch of things are map objects that like when I drew the map, because
You
I
know what?
wasn't
Yeah,
expecting
don't worry
it to.
about it. I won't do that. I won't do that because it'd be a hard edit. It would actually change the structure, and then we'd have to talk about like structural stability and all that kind of shit, and that's not worth it.
I think I can make
It
it
has to be
happen.
it has to be a free form object, right? It has to be a free form object. Can't be
Yeah,
like
that's the only thing.
mutable.
It is actually attached to the floor and ceiling because of the stairwell.
So I'd be animate object building, and that's not.
But it would be really cool to do.
Did you
Yeah, but
animate the
it's fine.
swords that these giants have?
No, it doesn't work that way. It's
No. Okay, I was just really curious. That would be very strong.
see, it's up to 10 non-magical items that are not being worn or carried.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's a long spell to read.
Well, anyway, I was just like, huh. Anyway, it was good. It was good. I enjoy setups for heists. It is a lot of RP though, and a lot of contemplating. So.
no, I thought it was interesting. I thought we all took an interesting route. I was intentionally being pretty quiet in the beginning because I wanted to see what this group wanted to do down here. I didn't want to be influenced by having met some of these NPCs before, as a player, not as a character. Yeah, and so, but I'm pleased with the way we're going because it's new and different for me.
Gotcha. No, I think this will be cool. I think this is cool.
And my
I
fun
like
is
this plan.
Anna
I
Kate
think
is.
we're gonna bite off more than we anticipated, but I think it's gonna be interesting.
Anna Kate is next up for quartermaster, but I assume Barrel's just going to keep doing it.
I mean, I would like to. I mean, if someone like
That works.
really, really wanted to take over, then I'm not gonna like say no. But like, I do think it's fair for us to pass the point though. So it'll be Anna Kate's point. Yeah.
Okay.
Or after so many.
Yeah, after 4 weeks, yeah.
Certainly.
Oh man, I am over. Yeah, I have to go. I'll talk to you guys later.
Have a good night.
See you next time.
I am gonna